Healthy healing.
Exactly.
Welcome, everybody. Hello. Hello. That'll probably take a minute. Pause that.
Kitty is in my spot. That's okay.
Kitty. Is that for real? I'm not sure if I ever have to have these up. I could probably just leave them down, but that's okay. Is this not going? What's going on here? Copy that. We'll put it in. This thing if it's not working.
16.4K followers on TikTok.
16.4 is pretty good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hello everybody, welcome. I'll be 1 second, sorry, just getting things
Hi guys.
started.
Oh,
Hello, Beezy, Tina, welcome everybody. How's it going today? I think we're gonna be moving tomorrow, just so you guys are aware. Today we are here, tomorrow, who can say? Southward. Slowly. We don't have a lot of wind. Every day is a lot of no wind, so we might just be going slowly south, which is fine. Oh wait, that's wrong. Hold on. Now I'm doing all the things wrong. Paste, there we go. Apply. Yeah, I think tomorrow we'll be doing some sailing. We'll actually head a little bit further south. Again, I don't know how far we'll go because there's like no wind. It'll be a really slow going. We got a cat. The problem with pet monkeys is they are very restricted in certain places, so I don't think that's going to be a viable option. Although monkeys are very cool. We're both very good. Holly's been working on some artwork for future merch stuff coming out. We'll see how that goes. Things to keep an eye on, if you're into merch, of course. You on a river or lake? We're on the ocean. This is the Pacific Ocean, Vancouver Island. You can see the shore because we're in a bunch of little islands around us. But it's, I assure you, it is very salty and it is definitely the Pacific. They also call it the Salish Sea, between Vancouver and Vancouver Island. Oops. See how this is doing. Still
called Pacific Standard Time. That's how we go by.
Pacific Standard. I think that's where we're at. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I'll get the TikToks going too soon, guys. I'm just trying to get the books of the faces. There we go. To work. Finally. Yeah, it's a nice little spot. It's a very beautiful little area we're in right now. A little bit hazy in the distance from probably smoke from fires and stuff, but not too bad where we're at. How is it out there? It's pretty nice. We are, I want to tell you what temperature it is. Are you American or Canadian? It is 23, or are you American or the rest of the world that doesn't use Fahrenheit? It is 23 Celsius, so not super warm. Hey Google, how many degrees Fahrenheit is 23 degrees Celsius? Cade Fortnite. Fortnite's cool.
Actually, hold on. Let me start over.
73.
73.4 degrees.
So if you're American, 73 degrees Fahrenheit. And I apologize that I'm never good at translating that. And yeah, don't mind. If you guys want to, hit the like, hit the follow, hit the subscribe. It does help out the channel. We just hit 4,000 subs not too long ago. We're going for 10 now. 10,000. Oh yeah, this is right. Okay. Getting this one going as well. Let us call it, we'll just leave it the same actually. Go live. open another chat and there we go. I just subbed. Thank you very much for subbing. Yeah, 73. So, you know, it's warm, but it's not hot. We would like to be somewhere a little bit warmer. It's not the nicest here right now, although I would say it's beautiful out here. I can't complain. Holly and I are really enjoying being in the area we're all. Holly's working on some artwork for future merch things if you guys want any of that. Apologies for the prices. We don't really get to set those, and I know they're a little bit higher, I guess, for people that are really big fans, because I understand it's very expensive even for us. Came here from Songbird. Well, welcome in. Is Songbird live right now? Probably around now, right? He might be getting up soon. Usually it's late afternoon, but Songbird's awesome. So thank you for joining us from the Songbirds chat. Good guy. He is currently not live, it looks like. But yeah, really good guy. So welcome and thank you. Tomorrow we'll probably be sailing. Right now we're taking it easy. There's not a ton of wind. Tomorrow there's not a lot of wind either. We may just be cruising very slowly tomorrow because, yeah, wind and stuff. Thank you very much for the heart me, by the way. Free! Thank you very much for the heart me as well. And the Captain CC. And I guess I'll get the chat going over here as well. See if I can get it going, I mean. Pop out this chat and put it down here. Smallize it. I'm gonna call it Smallize from now on. No more minimizing, it's just Smallinizing. Just in case someone pops up on the old faces of the bookers. Not that they usually do, but most people are here on the TikToks and the YTs. Do you ever get that sinking feeling? Not really. We get the floating feeling. It's the same but different. How long have you had your sailboat? We've had ours for about 10 months now. Coming up on 10 months. We bought it last October. So we're getting close to a year, actually. Smallify. We are on the Pacific Ocean, yes. What are you guys doing for internet? We have Starlink internet. We have the regular. We should get the mini eventually. I bought the not mini. Holly and I like gaming. And often gaming you need higher speeds than some of the minis could provide. I think mini now does good enough that it could pretty much do anything. But have you seen a lot of sharks? Not really. I want to be part. Couldn't imagine the freedom. The freedom is amazing. Sorry I had to. You're good. I mean, that's a good one. At least that's like a respectful joke, you know? Some people pop in and say the most bizarre things. So that's respectful. Enjoy it. Thank you for the follow, Miss M. Yeah, sharks. I hate city life. Holly and I, we grew up in the country. We moved to the city and worked in Calgary, Alberta for 15-ish years, and then we moved out here to the boat. So we were kind of sick of the city life as well. We wanted to move somewhere a little bit more peaceful, and I guess that's where we ended up. Have a great day. Thank you very much, Angel Eyes. Thanks for popping in. We can bow swim, yes. We've seen lots of fish. Nothing super cool. I mean, we've seen orcas. I don't know if you probably don't count that as a fish, but you know. But we've seen orcas, some other whales, sea lions and otters and stuff like that. Patrick, we're doing good. How are you? What if a huge wave comes? We've had some, not huge waves, but thank you for the share as well, Coda. If a huge wave comes, we hit it at a 45-degree angle. Hopefully we are okay. Depends how huge of a wave we're talking about. Yeah, country life is nice. We both really enjoyed it. Although when I was younger, I liked city life because it was where all the car shows were and I was really into cars. Are you near the hurricane? We are not. Where is the hurricane right now? Most orcas are very nice to humans, yes. Not always to sailboats, but that's specifically in a very, you know, European area. What state? We're in Canada. We're on Vancouver Island, so we're north of Washington State. South of Alaska. What happened if you lost? Like if we got lost? I mean, hopefully we don't get lost. If we get lost, I guess we'll try to find our way back depending on whatnot, we can do that. We have Starlink internet, so if the internet cuts out, I guess we could get lost potentially. And then hopefully it eventually comes back on. We can figure out where we are. We will eventually learn how to navigate by the stars, but we don't have those skills yet. We don't even have the tools yet. So that's a future thing. We do have ways of hopefully not getting, problem. So there's that. Hello, Ryan. Welcome. Yes, we did, in fact, hear you the first time, Gila. Unfortunately, I was trying not to respond to you because that is the most outrageous thing I've heard today. So, in fact, you will be muted for at least 5 minutes.
You should change up the gift goal, Brad.
I should. What should the gift goal be, guys? Are you fishing out right now? I think it's restricted in this area. I think you can fish for certain things, but I'm not even sure what that is. Laugh, cry, laugh, cry, laugh, cry. Good day, sir. Do you call yourself the captain? I would if I owned the boat. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I am not the only owner of the boat, so Holly and I don't even call ourselves the captains. The captain is our kitty cat, because if you know anything about cats, if you have a house, it's not really your house, it's your cat's house. So our cat is the captain. Patrick, you're good. Don't even worry about it. We just, we had to change some things up. We just have problems on TikTok, and it's hard to, I don't even know what the right words are.
Patrick, thank you for being here too. We're lucky to have you. And I know that happened and that sucks. But sorry. Thank you for being here because we really love having you.
And we'll show you Kitty Cat all the time. Patrick, we love you. We just needed to dial back on some of our. It's really hard when you have moderators and you have to get rid of a few. How do you do it the best way without upsetting a bunch of people? You just kind of go backwards from where you started. So I'm sorry that has what we had to do, but that's just where we're at. We are on the Pacific Ocean, yes. And Holly, thank you for the 2 Go Pops. Sorry I missed what that. El Shivaz, thank you very much for the rose, and I apologize if I mispronounced that. West Coast, thank you for the heart me. Thank you guys for all the gifts. Gaza, thank you for the rose. Cece is definitely a captain. She is the boss. Holly is making a picture of Cece right now with some, she's drawing in pencil crayons. We are kind of close to Nanaimo, but we're not that close anymore. But that's probably the closest major city. You on your forced voyage yet? I mean, what do you consider a voyage? We are no longer at the dock. We haven't been for over a month now. So I would say we've been on our first voyage. We have gone different places. We are anchored here. Tomorrow we'll probably be sailing again a bit further south, but it's very little wind at the moment, so it'll probably be a very slow situation. Beefy? I don't know what you're talking about. What's the name of your boat? Delphina. There's a ghost? I don't know if there is, to be fair. What country currently? We're in Canada. Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. 3-cylinder diesel? Yes, we have a Yanmar. It's lagging, but thankfully you, Holly, you guys are some of the warmest social on there. Well, thank you, Patrick. I'm sorry for the lag. It's probably our Starlink. It's not always the best. Oh yeah, I was going to change the gift goal. Give me a second. I got to set the YT goal as well. We'll give Kitty Cat some treats maybe again for the gift goal. But on the TikToks, where do we have that one? What should we change it to, Holly?
Can I see?
I mean, you can't because it's too bright, but...
Love Innocent. I like what I see. They're okay. I like what I see, but
Yes.
I use that one.
Luke is correct. Pretty much all boats leak. Ours, in fact, does have the exact same seal around the prop shaft, and it is meant to leak so that it cools it down. If it doesn't, it overheats, and then that seal wears out, and then your boat really has a leak. So yes, it is designed to leak. Which one did you say, Holly?
I like what I see. Is that okay, guys?
Where's that one? I don't even know where it is.
It's like the top right.
Oh,
I
right
think.
there. Yeah, let's do those.
They
They're
don't
cheaper
really give
ones.
you good options.
Yeah, we don't have a ton of really good ones right now. But yeah, pretty much all boats leak. There are dripless systems, but those ones, everyone always is like, they don't leak until they do, and then they leak. So even the dripless ones are usually leaking. Confirm 100. I like what I see. We'll set that for now. Also, if you're gonna talk or like ask questions between Luke and Holly and I, Luke probably knows better than we do, but that is something we do know. Have y'all made it to Mexico? Not yet. We would like to. Currently, Cap, welcome. Currently playing U-Boat. It's a submarine game. It takes place. That's cool. What do you get to do? Do you get to periscope? Periscope down. When works for you, of course. Oh yeah, we'll get Kitty Cat in the shot here in a minute. Just give me a little bit here. Where is she? Oh, she's snoozing. I'll try to get a little shot of Kitty in a minute here, Patrick. Hello, Wanda. How long do you stream a day, and how is your solar panel enough for electricity? Is your solar panel? Mostly. We have a generator too, so right beside, you guys can't really see it. There's a generator right down here. If we do need to fire something up, we can. Solar is generally decent enough. We have two 195 watt solar panels right above here. We have two 195 watt solar panels in front of the Dodger, and then we have a 160 watt solar panel on top of the Bimini. And generally that one is going to an EcoFlow. Well, it's always going to an EcoFlow, and that one it charges our cell phones and stuff and a lot of little electronics. And then the big ones run everything else. And hello, Daniel. Wait, I missed that. I'm genuinely curious, from a safety planning perspective, do you have a tsunami contingency plan? Is that a thing? Tsunamis are really hard to predict because they are earthquake related. If you hear about an earthquake that happened off the coast somewhere and you know that there's a warning coming your way, the best thing to do is to get into deeper water. So generally speaking, and last time I said this, somebody got very upset because I said get far off the coast. The closer you are to the coastline, the more likely you're going to be washed up into the coast and onto the rocks and then pulled back out to sea afterwards, which would be really bad. So you want to get at least 300 to 400 meters in water. So where we are, we don't really have a chance of that probably affecting us too much. We're in a very safe location. If we heard about one coming, we probably wouldn't have enough time to get to a spot where we were super deep at the current location. But again, we're in a very safe location, so we probably wouldn't have a problem. But yeah, that's what you're supposed to do, get further out. That's what the Canadian Coast Guard recommends, and I'm pretty sure all of them. Gaza, thank you very much for the heart me. The 8, I like what I sees. Anthony, thank you for the like what you see as well. Thank you guys for the follow. Thank you, John. Hello, Snowy Mittens.
Aw, Snowy Mittens.
There is a hurricane. At any given point in the world, there is probably a hurricane somewhere. Let me look it up. And did you hear that, Snowy? Holly said hi to you as well.
Hello, everyone.
Holly's just down below. She's working on merch art.
I'm uploading a small video.
Yes, you can periscope and take control of the crewmates. Oh, that's cool. Very intricate when you are inside the hull of the diesel engines, and outstanding to watch it while running. That's really cool. I like that. What was it called again? Very insightful. Thank you. Appreciate it. We try our best to give you guys as much information as we can, as well as we can. So if I'm on the Windy app, I can do the hurricane tracker, and let's zoom out a little bit. Currently, there might not be any oh, there's one. There's one hurricane that is classified as a hurricane that's like in a place where it can actually... It's in the very middle of the Pacific. Actually, it's very close to Hawaii. So if you're in Hawaii, that would probably... It just passed Hawaii, so it's actually leaving Hawaii right now, but it is going to be going north potentially, and then... So hopefully it doesn't go back around to Hawaii, but it just went through Hawaii. That was the only hurricane I see on the Windy app. There may be more in other places, but... U-boat. Okay, gotcha. Oh, and let me set a gift goal for the YTs as well. 1 second, everybody. What do we do? 5 super chats. We'll give Kitty Cat a snacky after we hit the goal of 5 super chats. She hasn't got a snack in like at least a day. Just kidding. She gets snacks every day no matter what. But this one's a fun one you guys can kind of contribute towards. How did you get to the point of being able to buy that boat? So I'm not super young, neither is Holly. We're both like old enough to have worked jobs for quite a long time. Winter does suck up here on the boat specifically. And hello, Dolly. Holly and I worked at the city of Calgary for 12 years. Before that, I was a mechanic. Before that, I was working up north on oil rig stuff, but I didn't really work there very long, so I didn't make a ton of money. Before that, I worked in roofing and siding. Holly worked at the city of Calgary. Before that, she worked at factories. Before that, she worked on farms. She was a, I guess, cowgirl. She worked with cattle and horses. She's worked in factory jobs and a bunch of other stuff as well. Day is going well. If we have medical issues, where we are right now, we can call the Coast Guard. Depends how far out you are, of course. If you're super far out, you can call Mayday and request assistance from other vessels, and they can potentially come. So sometimes a freighter might have somebody on board, like a doctor, or like, you know, a cruise ship or something. Maybe would be passing by and have somebody that could help you. At least help you with medical aid or get you somewhere faster if you need it. The day is going well, though, Elite. How are you? The captain is at the tuna bar, yes. Hello, Emily. Good morning, or good afternoon, I should say. What kind of boat? It's a 1989 Hunter Legend 35.5. Yeah, Holly worked with cattle. She would ride horse and ride horse. That's a weird way of saying that. And drive cattle and various other ranching activities.
That was a fun life. I missed that life. That was the best life. I had so much fun working cattle.
I know, she misses that life. We haven't traveled since yesterday. I think we're gonna try tomorrow. There is literally no window here. So right now we were gonna maybe go today, but there's nothing. Tomorrow there's nothing either. We're just gonna attempt to sail, and it might be a very slow 1 knot, but we're gonna mess around and just see. Maybe we'll just go like one island up. If we're cruising at 1 knot, it would take us like 5 hours to go a solid nautical mile, but that's okay. You're going good. I'm glad. That's awesome. Yeah, Kitty is sleeping. I can maybe try to show you right now, Patrick. If you guys want to see inside the boat, Holly, just so you're aware, you might be on camera for a second. Do you? Oh, and of course I froze the camera. 1 second. I don't know why it's been doing that lately. 1 second. Broken camera. It's not actually broken. I just set it down and then it causes it to freeze and. I'm getting it unfrozen right now. Okay, camera unfrozen here. Sorry guys, give me 10 seconds here. Kitty is probably not going to wake up. Definitely. There is a diesel engine, yes. There you guys go. Okay, I think all the cameras are working again. Do you guys, I don't know if you guys even see with the sunlight, but Kitty's right down there where Holly is petting the kitty.
She is.
And hello, Mohammed, hello. There's the inside of our boat, guys. So anyone who wants to look inside, there it is. That's the inside of the boat. Now let's see if I can move this without freezing everything again. Easy. Easy. Okay, we're good. Of course, Patrick. It's okay, MT. You can figure your life out one day. That's okay. We appreciate you guys. You're kind here, but... What is Holly drawing? She's working on some art. She's drawing Kitty Cat's face, and we're going to put it on some merch, hopefully. So right now we do have merch. Links in the bio. Other ways you guys can help and donate if you want to help us out on our journey, heading south to Mexico and then the world to bring you guys videos and travel. The other way is obviously our merch, which I know is kind of expensive. We can't, unfortunately, choose the price for that because we don't carry the merch with us. We have to use a company for that. So I know it's expensive, so obviously the people that use it are pretty much like the superest of fans. But if you do want some merch, we have more coming out. We have right now just like an octopus, which is pretty cool. Cap, the Sasquatch in the chat, has some of those hats and he likes them. And we will be getting a few more different styles here soon. It'll be Kitty Cat's face. Staying in the water for the season, yeah. Last year we bought the boat October 20th and we moved on board October 24th. We lived at the dock all winter long because in the wintertime here it does get cold. Not super cold compared to most of Canada, but cold enough it wasn't nice. The Earth is probably flat, but it is not proven either. The Earth is definitely not flat. It is definitely a spherical globy thingy. I need more Captain CC in my life. Yeah, she's super cute. And yes, Patrick, we do love you here. You're more than welcome to be here all the time. I'm sorry about the whole moderation thing, but we're just, Yeah, it's hard to like have a certain number of mods sometimes, and we got to change stuff up. So we had to back off on a few, and it's just the only way to do it is kind of go backwards, unless you have a really bad mod that you can just get rid of, but we don't. So we just had to go backwards from when we recently added them. We are not going to be sailing to Antarctica, mainly because we do not care about the cold. We live in Canada. We are basically in Antarctica, but on the opposite continent. So we're moving south to warmer weather. Fishing, we do fish. We haven't done a lot recently. Right now in this area, we're not allowed to do certain types of fishing. I don't even know what kind it is, so we haven't fished here. We have crab trapped as well. Lovely day in the water. It's beautiful out here. Also, where is it? A bunch of people. Emily, thank you for the heart me. Clay for the heart me. Chi Trucks, thank you for the heart me. And Dolly, thank you very much for the heart me as well. I mean, you guys are more than welcome to believe whatever you want about the Earth. It doesn't really affect me in any kind of way. It is just kind of a weird statement, though. I don't know why you would believe that, but if you want to, that's fine. Sean, thank you for the heart me. Appreciate you guys. I love the quiet days on the water. This is really nice. So we were gonna go for a quick sail today. Again, there is a light breeze right now, but it is probably 2 knots. So we'd be very, very, very slow. I don't even know if our sails would really move our boat very much. We decided there's another island you guys can kind of see behind me. That one has water, so we went and filled up our water, came back, and then tomorrow I think we'll be sailing. Sailing to Antarctica is a bad idea unless you got aluminum hull. That is also true. The same with going north in Canada to through the Arctic. Really bad idea unless you have a aluminum hulled boat. We don't have a boat that's really capable of that kind of water. Also, we have no desire to head that way for any reason. Do things really break every week? How often is there maintenance? Maintenance is pretty much all the time. I wouldn't say things break every week, but there is things that break all the time, and then we mess with stuff. There's some things that are like partially broken that we kind of ignore, and then eventually we'll just like fix. It's not broken enough to really be a problem. You guys can't see it, but our what do you call that thing? Our autopilot broke. It's over here and it exploded. So right now we don't have autopilot. So right now we either need to buy a new one or fix this one. This one is pretty broken. I tried to aluminum weld it. We'll see if that holds or not. I have a feeling it won't. It might be, I don't know, we'll see. Is a brand new pontoon expensive to maintain? I have no idea. Me and Holly do not have a brand new pontoon. We have an old sailboat. Thanks for saying, because I really thought it was... No, you're good, Patrick. You are 100% good. You're a good person. There is nothing wrong with you as a person. Would you live on a boat when... yeah, why not? Then we can be away from all the other people, hopefully, and just sail around and be quiet and live our own lives. I don't think that's going to happen. I really hope not, but you never know. We are doing our own thing because we're trying to avoid the state of the news cycle. They'll just try to make you fear everything, and there's no point in that. The only thing they gain from fear is money. It sells. A sailboat is expensive, depending. Ours wasn't. It doesn't cost that much. The way I always kind of say things is a sailboat for people that already own a house is expensive because it's a secondary home, basically. Holly and I do not have a home. We got rid of our home. What's your favorite book to read? Oh, man. I like Dune. Dune, the movie, or the book, I mean, is really good. Holly, what's your favorite book? Or do you
I don't know anymore.
Okay.
That's tough.
Yeah, we can get off the boat anytime we want. We have a tender. We just take it to land and get off the boat whenever we want to. Where was I going with the whole thing? I can't even remember. What was I talking about?
I don't know. Before the book.
Is it hard?
Expensive if you have a house.
Oh, yeah, if you have a house. If you have just the boat, it's basically like owning a house. Houses are expensive too.
And this is a pretty fun life. If you might as well live life.
Yeah, live life to the fullest. There are going to be problems with the boat, and you're going to have to fix things. There are going to be expensive months or days here and there, but there's also very cheap ones. That's my plan, get away from the people when... Yeah, there you go, exactly. Get away from people. Harry Potter? Harry Potter's... I've never read the books, honestly. I've watched the movies a million times.
Know. Harry Potter's okay. The movies are good.
What color would your mermaid tails be?
Ooh, I know. What would yours be?
Teal? I don't know.
Wow. Mine would be blue faded to hot pink.
That's pretty cool. It's pretty wild.
With glitter.
Glitter. I like it.
Thank you.
Yeah, boat maintenance is like car maintenance or house maintenance in a lot of ways. I guess technically a boat is kind of like a car and a house mixed together. It has both things. Some houses are like that too. It depends if you're off grid or not. Sorry, I'm trying to move out of the sun so the laptop doesn't get cooked. I mean, sure, MT. Luke, I'm not sure if you've read it enough, though, with all the comments you've been making today. Maybe you should get back on that. Just saying. What's the temperature? It's actually pretty nice. Let me see what it says. It says it's 24 Celsius here, but it feels like 28. So it's like 75 Fahrenheit. It feels closer to 80 right now. I don't even know why it says that. I guess it's humid. I don't know. It doesn't feel very humid, though. We do not have a car or house payment. Holly and I bought this boat outright. It was $36,000. So honestly, a very cheap house/car to live in. There has been some days like last month, or this, I guess we could call it this month. This month we bought an anchor, which was $1,200 Canadian. So that's probably like 900 American, maybe 850, 900. And then we bought a generator, which was $1,000 as well. So we had a very expensive month, but that wasn't really maintenance. It was just upgrades that we needed for the boat. Good day, Waz. Welcome in. Yeah, 80 degrees, not too bad. Not too hot, not too cold. Yeah, exactly. Everybody has to spend money somewhere. In a nice environment. MT Luke, I'm not sure what the environment has to do about stuff. You can be a good person regardless of the environment. I'm just saying, 100%. Right now, Holly and I were not born where we are right this minute. We were born in very different places. On very different spectrums of things as well, and we're both, I would consider us very nice people, but some of the things you've been saying are just like a little bit out there and just not in the nice phase, and I don't think it has anything to do with environment. I think that has to do with how you want to be as a person. There are people that have been born in some ridiculous places that are incredibly friendly and actually want to participate with people and be friendly. Some of the things you're saying is just like incriminating for no reason and trying to show people up and be a little bit edgy, which doesn't really come across very nice. No, sorry, not really too bad. Most rent are that much. Exactly. It doesn't take me very long, or us very long, to like get to the point where we've like paid off this boat. If you want to think in rent, our last rent was $950 a month. How long would it take us to pay off this boat? We did live at the dock for a while, so it did cost more money. So let's just say 950 divided by, wait, what are we, our boat 36,000 divided by 950. So in, oh, that's wrong. Why is it doing weird things? We'll just say 1,000. So, why is it coming across weird? I have no idea. Why is my calculator being weird? Doesn't even matter. It won't take us very long to, like, you know, with that rent, pay it all off. Because what do we do, like 12,000 a year? So like 3 years is what it would take to pay us off. Dare me to swim over to those rocks behind you? Yeah, Snowy, are you in the area? It would probably be pretty easy swim. There's not much here. It's a very low current right now, and the water's a bit cold though. Where'd you make it to? TM, we're still in the same spot. We're on, we're near Thetis, kind of. We'll be heading kind of to that location you mentioned in your comment. Maybe tomorrow. There's not a lot of wind, so it'll be very slow. So we might stop a few places on the way. Yeah, 36 months, exactly. And yes, we would be better off where it's warm in Asia or Mexico, for instance. Hello, Sailboat. We are heading south to Mexico slowly. We'll get there one day. Shay, thank you for the Go Pops and the Heart Me as well.
So almost 3 years, kind of.
For what? The
36 months. Well,
yeah.
37, I think.
Yeah, so about 3 years to pay it off. But we did live at the dock for about 7 months, 6-7 months. And that would have tacked on a little bit extra. Good luck. Get fish tacos at Crane and Robin. If we have the extra money, we will, TM. Would you go for a 40-year-old one-owner boat? I can do everything engine-wise. Yeah. I mean, our boat is it's basically 40 years. Our boat is like 38 years old. We bought it used, 36,000 Canadian dollars. Holly and I do all the work ourselves. I was an automotive mechanic. Hard dock life. Yeah, exactly. Are there more pirates around? There's more pirates around Mexico than there is in Canada. But it's still a very safe country overall. There's other problems besides pirates. But I mean, generally speaking, if you don't go to certain areas, you'll be fine. Is breaking coming to BC? I don't think so. I haven't heard anything. I'm pretty sure he decided he wasn't going to go any further north because they call it the Baja Bash for a reason. But he hasn't been around as much lately, so I haven't heard. Asia's very safe. Is relatively safe. I agree. I think most parts of the world are relatively safe overall. There's very specific areas in the world that can be dangerous. I'm a year behind schedule to go south. No. So Sailboat, are you going next year then? Were you planning on going this year if you could, or are you like a year from next year? Where are we now? We're still on Vancouver Island. We're just a bit further south from the Nanaimo. We haven't gone that far. It was windy, and now there's just no wind. So tomorrow we might try to sail. It'll be like a 5 to 6 hour sail to go like one island over. It's very light winds right now. It is paradise here right now, but in the wintertime it's less paradisey, but it's a very beautiful spot. This island has a bunch of like cabins or homes on them, and they're incredibly beautiful here. I'm planning for next July. Okay, nice. So you're gonna leave in July then. Are you gonna take your time going down south, Sailboat? Also, are you planning to go into like straight to Mexico, or are you gonna like hang out in California for a little bit? Because I have heard some people say that they like stop in California until like November, December to finish the leg off because of hurricanes and stuff. But you know more than us probably. Is this because you can't afford a home? I mean, sure. I wouldn't say that's a main reason we did this. The main reason we did this is because Holly and I wanted to do something different in life and live a life of adventure and live it on our own terms and do something new. But it is very cheap compared to a house, so far anyway. There are obviously days that are very expensive, but... So if you aren't really sure if you want a boat, because you're, boat life is not for everybody. Not everyone would want to do this. We fully understand that. There are ways you can get on into a boat or like hop on somebody else's boat for free or relatively cheap to find out if you're into it or not. I'm doing the offshore trip south. Oh, I see. I got you, Sailboat. The offshore trip south. Everything coming north. I got you. Fair. I like that. Yeah, exactly. If Holly and I wanted to, we could have taken this money and put a down payment on a condo. It wouldn't have been that big a deal. But, Steven, hello. How are you doing?
Hello.
That's our old pal, Steven. He runs, or helps run tugboats down, or I guess over in the UK. I love Hurley. It's a good shirt, eh? We find these, I mean, Holly and I usually buy stuff at Winners, because it's cheap. They always have Hurley stuff, so that's how we get it. I'm in Victoria. Do you take people out for day trips for money? We haven't. Legally speaking, we can't do that because we don't have our captain's license or insurance for that. I mean, I'm sure if we slipped enough money under the table, we could take you out for a day trip or something. If we just told the government you were friends of ours.
I don't know if we got room for that, so we're going to have to do some more considering.
Yeah, our boat is not huge, though. I don't know if it'd be very comfortable for a day trip for a bunch of people. Maybe like a couple hours or something. I'm not sure. I mean, yes, we got life jackets on board. We got all kinds of protection, if that's what you mean. So basically, oh, I missed that one. No work for me for around 12 weeks. Oh, wow, you got a couple of weeks off then. Is it just really slow, or is it that time of year you just have less stuff to do? Every time I went to Hawaii, I want to go to Hawaii one day. Anything is possible. Yes, it's reader. I knew exactly what you meant. I just completely avoided the question by making it sound like you meant something else because it's more fun that way. You do know exactly how it works in boats because boats are the same as anything else. I'm recovering from my operation. Oh, okay. Ooh. Ouch. Hopefully you're doing okay and recovering well. I'll DM. Just me. Want to go out and know more about it. Fair. Again, I don't know if by the time Holly and I get there, we might just be going straight down to Mexico. There are lots of ways you can do it, though. If you know there's an app called Sea People, if you sign up on that app, you can sign up as somebody who does not have a boat and put in your bio that you're looking to learn and looking to crew on a boat with no experience. Oftentimes, people will just be like, hey, I'm looking for someone to hop on my boat and help me out for the day, or hey, you want to come hop on my boat? It's a very good way to like learn a bunch of stuff from people that know what they're doing. That's what I was talking about earlier. For checking out boat life without actually paying money to get into boat life. If you go to your local yacht club or down to the ocean when there's a race going on, sometimes people will take crew for that type of stuff. Getting there, had a shoulder op. Ah, shoulder ops would suck. My shoulder hurts just thinking of that. But yeah, you're more than welcome to DM if you want to. Like I said, I'm not sure if Holly and I will be in the area or able to do that, but you're more than willing or welcome to DM us.
Sailboat might be up for that.
We will probably not go to straight down to Mexico, and Sailboat will be down for that in one go. Holly and I will probably be doing some. It's a little bit slower because we have never sailed down the coast, and also we are new. We don't want to like get ourselves in a dangerous situation. But our buddy Sailboat, who has done it, he did the opposite direction, and he said he's just going to go for the straight shot. We don't have autopilot right now, so it would be a little bit hard for us to do the straight shot. It was a successful for my uncle's quadruple bypass. Oh, Cap, I'm glad. I'm assuming he's in recovery now, so it'll probably be a few weeks before he's feeling good to like walk around and stuff again, but I'm glad he's doing better. Also, Cameron, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate all the follows today, guys. Try to catch as many species of fish as you can. I mean, I suppose we could. Some species of fish are not legal to catch where we are, and you have to have a special license for some of them. Although I think I have my endorsement for some of them, but not all of them. Yeah, we want to visit ports on the way down too, but we also don't want to spend a lot of the big bucks. Again, we are not wealthy. We are doing things on the cheap. So for us, it's if we did stop, it'd be anchorages and then like go to shore with our dinghy and then not spend $1 somehow and get back on the boat and keep going. Unless somehow the social media really starts paying off for us and we're making like enough money where we can feel comfortable doing that. Right now, all of the money we make goes literally into survival and like boat parts, so. Are you going to do the World Great Lakes? I don't think we have a plan to do that. Our plan is to sail around the world and go to cool places in the ocean right now. But I mean, it would be cool to stop in lakes if we could get there through like locks and stuff, as long as they're free at the moment.
Only if they're warm.
And warm, yeah. We're gotta go to the warm areas. We're not going to Antarctica and going to those cold lakes. That is true. You could catch them and take a picture and put them back. That is a thing you could do. That is a thing. Maybe we'll end up doing that. We do have fishing rods on this boat. I'm trying to not cook this computer right now. I'll have to switch sides over here. Hopefully I don't freeze the computer. Everything stay calm. Everything's still good? No freezing cameras? It's going to get cold in 3 months? It's going to get cold in 3 months. Holly and I are heading south. We are doing it very slowly, but we are starting to head that way. Have a good sleep, Steven. Thanks for popping in. Enjoy yourself. I hope you feel better soon. Have a good stream. Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a good recovery. And again, thank you for popping into our stream. Cheers. Cheers to you as well. Steven's out, Holly.
Have a good day, Steven.
He's recovering from shoulder surgery.
Aww.
The YT is good. When are you ready for a new Roger and canvas? I mean, if you're talking about like sails and this stuff, now. Yeah. Our sail has a little rip in it, which we do need to repair. The Bimini and Dodger canvas is pretty poor quality as well. We just don't have the money for that right now, so. Yeah, if you guys want, like, follow, subscribe, appreciate it. I knew Dodger would be awesome. So, you guys can't really see it right now. Maybe I should show you.
Oh yeah, Brian, is that movie out now?
Which one?
The video we made for...
2 o'clock. Is it 2 yet? Our long form video comes out in like 3 minutes, guys.
I hope it's okay.
So our Dodger is pretty trash. Like, actually this part's not bad, but you guys can see how discolored or like how not see-through our windows are. This would be nice to replace at least the windows, probably the whole thing if we could. The Dodger itself is okay. It's kind of flimsy and it has solar on top. That's why we 3D printed some parts and made this little mount here to like hold up the Dodger. The Bimini is actually garbage. This thing is so flimsy. We want to be able to put solar on top of it. We have a small portable one, but one of the big things for us is it would be nice to get some stainless steel. I used to have a TIG welder, but I got rid of that because ocean life, we don't have room for like all the tools. So my brother has that right now. But if we had somebody that could TIG weld, and had some stainless steel, we would like to make a solar arch instead that goes across. They would be a lot less flimsy and maybe connect to the current rails. Extend over the back a little bit, not too far, just enough to go like kind of barely past the swim deck, so we could put solar on it. And also, yeah, really basic bimini would be nice for that as well. So that's future stuff. We don't have the money for that right now, but that is like a goal of ours one day, hopefully. Maybe we can get like a, what do you call that? What do you call that, Holly? A sponsorship or something, I don't know. How's it going, guys? It's going good, Skunkle. How are you? And yes, we're on the West Coast, Canada, Vancouver Island, British Columbia. You need a stainless steel frame to begin with? Yeah, we have the stainless steel on the back of the boat, the little guardrail. It'd be nice to use that. This bimini is so flimsy, we would just throw this thing out and start over with like a proper stainless steel one. In fact, the canvas on the bimini, we might just not even put that on there and just throw solar instead, because that would be nicer for us. The Dodger itself could be replaced with proper canvas though. If your hull is made of gel coat, or sorry, if your hull is made of gel coat or fiberglass, it's pretty easy for a ghost to bust through it. I don't know if that's true. Our fiberglass is woven with ghost-proof fiberglass, and it's reinforced with Ghostathon. If you guys don't know about that, it's to prevent ghosts from getting in the boat. Sorry, Dolly, I missed all of. Holy Dolly, going nuts in the chat right now with the gifts. Plus we have Sage. Skunkle, thank you very much for the Heart Me and what is that one? The music on stage and the taco. Dolly, thank you for the 10, 10, 10, 10, and 10. I like what I see. Thank you so much, helping us get to our goal of 100. We're already at 59 of 100. I like what I see. So if you guys want to help out, that's cool. We're almost at 100 already, so appreciate it. If you guys do get that, Solar Arch Fund starts now. Yeah, Solar Arch Fund does start now. If you guys want, there's also ways you can donate towards that kind of stuff if you are so inclined. We have links in our bio if you want to see that. If you want to see some upgrades done to the boat eventually, that kind of goes directly into that. All of the money we raise pretty much goes into food or boat parts. That's all. And like our adventures. So if you guys want to see the adventures continue, that is one way. We try to post as many videos as we can. We post a ton of short form. We go live pretty much every single day, and we post long form. In fact, one long form video went live exactly 1 minute ago. And yeah, Cap, our buddy Broken sent us some sage. So that's a very big gift from somebody we know.
Aww.
Very good guy too.
Heck yeah, he's solid. Broken is solid. Him and his lady.
Yeah, they are. We got a lot of really good people. We got Broken. We got Cap. We got Tina, Wanda, Dolly. We got Patrick. I mean, if I named everybody, this is going to go forever. Trina, I don't think Trina's here right now, but Trina's a really good person too. She's one of our mods. She's one of our longest mods actually. And Sage just smells good too.
Oh, yeah.
I saw the zippers. Wait, I missed what you just said. Hold on. 80% of the live goal is completed. Celebrate the moment. Oh, Dolly with some more. 30 more. Thank you very much, Tina. Or sorry, Dolly. Skunkle, thank you for the 8 captains, or sorry, for the 30 Captain CC. I can't read or say anything anymore. And Dolly, thank you for the 30. The English is, I'm like thinking of 5 things at once. Apparently my brain is just mixing it all together. I like what I see. Thank you very much, Dolly. Skunkle, thank you for the 20. Nice to meet yous. And sorry that I apparently cannot speak the Englishes. Tina, thank you very much for the star. And did I miss anything else? I probably did, because I was completely not paying attention for a minute. I did not. Thank you for that. Let me move this a bit more so I can see a little better. It's very sunny out here, so I'm probably missing some stuff. But Tina, thank you. Thoughts on Tim Hortons? I mean, abusing the temporary... Oh, any kind of abusive policy is a little bit scummy. Although I'm not against abusing some, like stretching limits of certain things that have nothing to do with this. This is like me talking about personally as a person with the government and how I feel about the government. I feel like sometimes pushing boundaries is okay. which sounds kind of bad because if I say that, then you have to allow companies to do that too, maybe, because if what's right for you should be right for everybody. So I don't know if I have a good enough excuse to say on that matter because of my thoughts on things. I do not like when companies abuse workers to pay them less. So there we go. Any company that pays somebody less because they can, it shouldn't be something they're allowed to abuse. Companies get away with way too much, that's all I'm saying. Tanks by Toasty, yeah, we've been here for a little while. Holly and I were thinking about the other day, and she was like, we've been here since the 12th. And I was like, no, we haven't. I think it was actually the 13th, but it was very... Oh! Dolly, thank you for the 12. Dolly pretty much single-handedly completed the last of the I Like What I See. I know a bunch of you guys also helped early on, but thank you guys so much for the I Like What You See goal. Gil finished. Skunkle, thank you for the 10 Shards of Hope. On the way for CC Treats. Thank you. Tina, there we go. The first of 5 for CC getting treats. Also, thank you very much for the star and the flower. But yeah, we're moved into a new spot. Hopefully tomorrow we can head south a bit further. There is like no window here, but we're gonna attempt to sail tomorrow anyway. We'll just raise the sails and see if we can kind of drift that way. The new anchor has been bulletproof, although we haven't really had a chance to test it fully. We've had a couple of days. Actually, that's not true. In Dodd Narrows, we anchored for the night, and we had some decent wind there, and it held really well. And that was the first place we ever dragged an anchor when we bought the boat. So it held up really well there. We probably had 17 to 20 knots winds, and we didn't move at all. So that was amazing. You guys are very inspiring. Thank you, Skunkle. Appreciate that. But yeah, so the new anchor seems to be really good. We will, of course, find out if we have some more like bigger weathers, but hopefully we don't. I mean, I don't like the big weather. I'd rather just enjoy light winds. For me, Holly and I are very new sailors still, and we're enjoying like the warm weather. So if we could have like nice days like this with mixed in with some 10 to 15 knot winds, that's perfect. We don't want more than that right now. We're working on it though. We'll get better. What should the new goal be? Don't pay no mind to that goal. Let's do like... I'm gonna set a new one here. Something that's not super expensive. The really expensive ones, obviously, not a lot of people can participate in, so... Game Press, we could do that. Gamer Press Start. It's only 25 coins, it's not too expensive. We could do a smaller number of them too, like 50 instead. Maybe I'll do that. 50. We'll do 50, the Gamers Press Start. They're not super expensive. There, and I'll pin it. There's the new gift goal, everybody, if you want to help out. Wish I could send you guys money. I like to see Prime lives their dreams. Thank you. And I appreciate even the thought of being able to send us money. Not everyone can, which is why our lives are going to always be free. Everything. We're not going to make you guys pay for anything if you don't want to. But if you guys are able to, we do have quite a few people that have helped us out financially, both with the gifts, also direct donations, and other stuff. So thank you guys so much for that. And thank you, Jay. Welcome. I love you. We love you guys hanging out with us, so thank you. Can you tell me about your 3D printer setup? I just started with resin. I've never done resin. I would love to do resin 3D printer. We have a Creality K1C. They have a K2 now, which has the multi-filament ability, which is really cool. So maybe if I ever got the chance, I would like to swap that out. Maybe we can get a sponsorship with Creality. Hey, Creality, if you're watching somehow, out of the 55 people, we'll send you our K1. You can send us a K2, and we'll back Creality the whole time. I'm back now. Welcome back, Elite.
Plus, we need toe shoes.
I'm surprised you picked one with an otter. Wait, an otter? Is there an otter? I guess that's kind of what that is, isn't it? I didn't even realize that. I picked it for the name, not really the otter, but you know. Cam froze? Okay, I'll fix it. Sorry, guys. I probably bumped it again. Let me fix it. It's so bright out here, it's hard to tell if the camera freezes on my end, but I'll fix it. Give me like 10 seconds. We're back? We're back. And then I'll fix it over here for you guys. It is not good. Welcome. Okay, we're back. I think everything should be good. Thank you for letting me know that the camera froze. I think it's whenever we bump this one cord, it just does that. Is it good again? Are we back? I can't wait to see you guys daily out of the country. It'll be interesting. We're both very nervous for that, but also very excited. Perfect now. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Just to see you guys live your dream out. Yeah, we're very excited. We're also extremely nervous. I guess I already said that like several times, but yeah, it's just how it is. It's one of those things. Traveling to another country can be extremely exciting, but also there's a lot of like things you have to figure out. But we'll get there. Do a flip.
Nah.
Did the camera freeze? I think I did it right. Oh, I unfroze. We're good. Thank you. There we go. Flip completed. I didn't move once, right? Heather, thank you very much for the heart me. And Skunkle, oh, I already said that, but thank you very much for the shards of hope. Captain have her passport? You mean the kitty? She does not. So I have read that Canada, US, and Mexico, we do not need potentially a anything for the cat. It is nice to have a veterinarian sign off on her health, but Canada, US, and Mexico, if it's a domestic cat, you are usually good to go. Any other country will need something like that, so we will have to figure out or go to like a veterinarian eventually to get her checked out. She is good, of course, but obviously the government's not going to take our word for it. So, but a lot of the other countries you need a lot of other stuff anyway, so that'll happen. Time to set sail. Fall is coming. Yeah, we're working on it. We are sailing south right now. Actually, not this second, but we've been moving.
But yeah, also have to make money, so there's a lot of other things to us that we have to accomplish at the same time.
Not in a marina, good idea. Yes, that's a great idea, Josh. Although I will say, you have faith in us. Thank you. Holly and I lived at the marina after buying our boat for quite a while. I think it's a nice idea. You don't have to. You can just move out onto the water. It's perfectly good. If you do live at a marina, though, it gives you the opportunity to like learn boat stuff before you have the situation where you're like learning boat stuff while also trying to figure out all the other things like getting electricity, water, and food. It's totally doable. I think anyone could do this. Holly and I are not special people, but it is nice to like have that slow transition. But again, anyone can do it. I'm going to come trick-or-treating on your deck. Okay, sure, let's do it. You're gonna have to buy some candy first because we're running out. Have a good one, Snowy Mittens. Thanks for popping in. And hello, Sheila. Welcome. Is there crazy expenses that I'm missing? Probably not. The dock is like the more expensive one, honestly. So if you plan to live not at the dock almost right away, that's the biggest one. If you want proper electricity, you're going to need solar unless you buy a boat that already has solar. That'll help you a lot. Most boats you can also run the engine for power. It depends if you want to use computers and stuff like Holly and I are using. Again, you can pretty much live off grid with very basic stuff if you don't need things like lots of electricity and stuff like that. I'm not sure what country you're in either. If you don't want to live at the dock at all or ever dock, you do not need insurance, although it's still a good idea to have, obviously. But that's one you can kind of avoid if you really want to risk that. But any country in the world, for as far as I can tell, Canada, US, and Mexico specifically, you do need insurance to go to a marina and live at the dock. So that would be the other one, is insurance. I can't think of any really big expenses, just maintenance and stuff. That is true, yes. Being physically capable is a very good idea for boat life in general, but specifically sailboats, because obviously sailboats have a lot of like things to raise. A lot of modern sailboats, you can do a lot of electronic stuff, but, you know. Answering the chat questions, not sure how you do it. Thanks, Dolly, appreciate you. I'm not sure how I do it sometimes either. I just, I see the question, I go for the answer usually, but sometimes there are some wild questions out there. Most, not all. For what, are we talking about insurance? Yeah, certain countries I'm sure you could get away with it. Also depends on your boat and a bunch of things like that too. And yeah, Holly and I are making a little bit doing the content creation thing, just making videos online and stuff, but we're not making a ton yet. So that's our goal. We've been spending a lot of time and effort putting in hours making videos. So guys, if you want to see a new video we posted one today at 2 o'clock. Go like that video. It's about half an hour long, so I understand it's long. Maybe not everyone can watch the whole way through. Just put it on the background. We usually don't get a lot of video views on those ones because we just kind of started making the long form, so I appreciate anyone who does watch those.
Are we sure we should warn them
About the what? The music? Okay. Holly really wants to let you guys know that the music was not her best choice. The app we used didn't have a lot of great music. The next videos will hopefully have better music because we're using a better program on the computer. A program we used to use before, but with the power situation we had before we got the generator and stuff, we kind of went away from. So we're going back into it. How many miles you got on your bet lately? Not a lot. I mean, a couple here and there. We're going to be doing hopefully some more tomorrow, but it'll be very slow because we have no wind right now. Coffee is brewed. Heather, welcome. And good afternoon to you as well. A 50-foot former RCMP patrol vessel. That's kind of cool. We saw one first docked up in Dodd Narrows, I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure, but it almost looked like an RCMP patrol vessel, an old one. Coffee is a good idea. I prefer tea, but, you know, coffee is a very good smell, so I'm not against that. Ferv! What were you going to say, Holly? Oh. Welcome in, Ferv. How are you doing? And, Sashil, welcome in as well. How are you doing? We are doing good over here. And Heather, thank you very much for the Heart Me and the Level Up Sparks, as well as the 4 Gamer Press Start. That is our live goal right now. We are at 4 out of 50, guys. If you want to help out at all, send the Gamer Press Start gift. It is not too expensive, I don't think. Wednesday exam. What kind of exam you got going on? North of Vancouver on... Oh, interesting. That's cool. That'll be a very interesting boat. What's Holly doing? She is making art. Holly is making some art for our merch. We have some merch already, but it's like one design, and it's obviously not for everybody. So she's making art for that if it turns out. We are currently anchored, yeah. We're in a little cool bay. The camera you guys see above me is actually just mounted beside me, just over here, and it's aimed that direction, kind of. So you guys can kind of see, I guess, behind me, and then the other camera's aimed a little bit further to the right of me. I'm drinking water, so there's that. Water's good.
We went and got water today.
We did. It was a hand pump. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, it was nice and cold.
Are we frozen again, or did something else happen? No, we're still good. Oh, that's not moving. I see. Cosmic, thank you very much for the star. I don't know why that was frozen for a second for me. Tina, thank you very much for the marshmallow. And hello, Isle of Man. I think I said that, but I'm not sure if I did now. I'm in a pickle with my boat. I need to haul her out to get a survey for insurance, but you can't be hauled out anywhere near me without insurance. Oh, man. There's a problem, too, I guess. If you don't have insurance, getting hauled out can be tricky. Depending on the situation. So that's a thing, depending on what country you're in and all that kind of stuff. Shout out from Kentucky. Welcome in. Hello. You would love to do this? Yeah, we're enjoying it so far. It's been great. We've had a lot of situations we've learned a lot, and it hasn't been as fun, but we've had a lot of fun as well. That is a pickle. I don't know what I'd do in that situation. I guess you could try. I guess that is a weird one, right? You can't get insurance without a survey, but you can't get a survey without insurance.
We had to do something like that too. I can't remember what it was. It was weird. But...
We used a survey from a previous owner. Because we bought our boat and the previous owner had gotten a survey for insurance, we were able to use his without getting insurance for ours, which is kind of nice. Oh, and this went away for some reason. Oh, it's over there, that's why. Josh, thank you for the 16 roses, and Dolly, thank you for 4 more Gamer Press starts. We're at 8 out of 50. Thank you, guys. That's what I did, even though mine wasn't insured at the time. I think it would be awesome to do this, but you'd have to build a big fan base first. Kind of. Even Holly and I, we don't have a huge fan base. We got like 16,000.
I think the problem is it's hard to build a fan base and then not have this subject or whatever the subject that you're gonna base it off of.
Yeah, so Holly and I tried to do a bunch of stuff before, but like building your fan base on a different thing and then moving to a sailboat, for instance, is a really hard thing to do because you'll lose people that are interested in your old life and you'll gain new ones interested in your new one, and it messes with algorithms. So part of the thing to do would be like keep working at what you're doing, save up, buy the boat, and start making videos. That's kind of what Holly and I did. We've been doing this for about 7 or 8 months probably non-stop, and we still are not at the point yet where we're like breaking even or anything. But it's really hard to switch genres once you already kind of build a fan base around, or like, you know, a community around a certain thing that you're doing.
Yeah, for real. We wanted to do the bikes.
Yeah, Holly and I love motorcycling, and we were trying to do that too, but we also wanted to change our life up, and it was just like one of those things. So we have an old channel. We did mostly like dirt bike stuff, and traveling. I'm on Cortez Island, halfway up Vancouver Island. That's cool. We actually have friends on Cortez. We have sailboats up near Cortez, and then a lady called Stephanie. She's on her. Well, she's not on a sailboat anymore. Long story short. Do storms. People like storms. That's true. People like anything that's like scary. One of our best videos ever was the bristleworm one, where I called it like an evil monster or something, and it looks really creepy in the water. We got like a ton of views on that one. That one isn't even that scary, but yeah, if you're like riding out through a storm or whatever, people love that stuff. Or you get struck by lightning, or you know, something crazy happens. Real life pirates attack. People love that. Which is again why I always say that the reason the news always does all the horrible stuff is because it sells the best. It makes them the most money. People like to watch that because fear keeps them glued to the television to make sure that they're good. Yeah, struck by lightning. If you could get that, you know, take your boat out in the storm. I don't recommend it, but, you know, people do love that. I'm in Squirrel Cove. I don't know exactly where that is, but I'm going to Google that because I'm curious. Cap, thank you very much for the $7. Thunderstorms be wild. Cap just recently had a bunch of crazy thunderstorms.
Aww.
We actually had one come through too, but it didn't really get close to us. It went past us. I'll attack your boat for views. There we go. Sailboat's gonna attack the boat for views. Bring your cat. We can say Tiger boarded our vessel.
Who's Tiger?
No, we're gonna use Sailboat's cat
Oh,
to board our boat, and we'll say that's the title of the video is Tiger boarded our boat. Yeah.
Tiger attacks.
I followed you because of Luke from Songbird. Well, thank you, Katrina. Appreciate you. Songbird is a very generous person, also very knowledgeable. Like, you know, we're very new at this compared to him. So, Songbird's an amazing person. We've talked to him quite a bit now, and thank you for joining us from Songbird. Oh yeah, squirrel. I was gonna look that up, but I forgot now. Did you guys see the crazy lightning a few days ago? Yes. Don't remember the name of what kind it was, but it was silent and 50, 60 kilometers high, right after a meteor shower. Oh, maybe I didn't see that then. We had a storm come through, so it was probably the same storm, but we didn't really see that lightning. So maybe once it headed north, it changed. But yeah, thank you so much, Katrina, and welcome. Closer to treats. Thank you very much, Tina. Kitty Cat gets treats and 2 more super chats. Heat is not bad. We're like close to 80 Fahrenheit or 28-ish Celsius. It feels like 28. It's actually only 24 Celsius. So it's more like 73, but it feels closer to 80. Wait, I missed something else, did I? Man the cannons! And Tina, thank you for all the little gifts as well. Appreciate you. For the star, thank you so much for that. Must be chill, wake in a sailboat. Yeah, for sure. It's 22 in the Edmonton area. I've heard it's getting a little bit cold. We have a couple friends still in Calgary, and they said it got down to 8 degrees last night. Or was it in Edmonton last night? Dog sitting. Oh, Sailboat is dog sitting for a couple of days.
Oh, that's cool.
He said he likes cats better. It was 97. Yeah, not bad here. That's pretty hot, Shadow. That's pretty cooking. Emily says it's 80 here with 73% humidity. Not too bad. Justine, thank you very much for the follow. Christopher, 90 for Dolly. And thank you very much, Pathfinder, for the follow. Maintenance for us has been like all over the place, mainly because Holly and I do a lot of the work ourselves. So a lot of the stuff we've had to do is upgrades. We've done things like get a generator, which is $1,000. It's not mandatory, but it is nice to have, especially if you live on your boat. We also bought a new anchor, which was kind of mandatory. Our old one was causing us problems, specifically for living aboard. If you have a dock to go back to all the time, having the new anchor is probably not the biggest thing in the world, but because we live on our boat and we plan to not be at the dock all the time, a brig anchor was very good to get, and it cost us $1,200. A lot of the other stuff was like $133 for sanitation tubing because our toilet started leaking. That was 1 month, and it took a lot of work to get done. And then, what else have we done, Holly? Some engine maintenance stuff.
Bolt for the sea strainer.
Oh yeah, sea strainer bolt, which was pretty expensive. That was like $50 to $60 for that. Most of it's very cheap and small stuff, but it can nickel and dime you, especially if you're not good at like diagnosing problems. And if you want to do upgrades, they can cost a lot. And like every once in a while you have to pull your boat out. So a lot of people do it once a year. Some people do it every 2 years. Some push it all the way up to 5. It depends if you live on your boat, if you're constantly doing like little cleanings on it or not, and how fast you want to go. Yes, Cap. Again, welcome aboard, Cap. Get on the boat, and you can have your tea or coffee at the very front and just chill. That would be. It is very nice up there, just to hang out, especially on a nice day. Cap was just saying coffee or tea sitting on the front of the boat during a sunrise would be heaven.
Aww.
What is the most unpredictable expense? I think that's the hard thing to guess. Unpredictability is hard to guess. I think a lot of things, if you run aground, that can be extremely expensive. So there's a rock in Nanaimo that people always hit. In this little bay we're in right now, there's a lot of hidden rocks, and we actually saw somebody, we're pretty sure, hit a rock as they came in. It didn't really cause a lot of damage, but at the end of the season, they're probably going to pull the boat out and have to fix that, and that's going to be pretty pricey. So I would say the most expensive things that are unpredictable are like the little mistakes you make that maybe cost you more. You jive when you shouldn't jive, or you didn't like set your stuff up correctly and you end up tearing something or ripping a sail because of too high of winds and you shouldn't be out doing what you're doing. I guess those are the expensive things. Sails are very expensive. Any kind of like fiberglass or below water line stuff can be very expensive because you generally have to pull them out of the water. Is the water still too cold to swim in? It's nice enough. This area is not the nicest. It's like a little lagoon we're in, so there's a lot of seaweed here, but it's still pretty nice. Okay, Fafa. There you go. Keep it going. Weigh the front down and you'll be doing a manual in the water. That's okay. That's okay. There's a good enough seat for you up front.
Whatever.
We don't have to be moving, Cat. We can just be chilling.
You can be the anchor.
Yeah. Yeah, we had another friend pop in and say that he's really good at sinking to the bottom, so he'll be a good anchor for us. We are in the Pacific Northwest still, yes. We are slowly heading south, and hopefully we'll be going to Mexico shortly here. Yes, we already lived through the winter. The wind turbine, a lot of people don't like. Everyone I've talked to recommends against the wind turbine.
I don't think we're getting one.
But we don't plan to be here for the winter. We hope to head south to Mexico. But yeah, last winter our solar did nothing. So we have lived on our boat through winter, but we were at the dock where we could plug in. We have a generator. So that thing right now, if we don't have the solar, we have the generator, which would get kind of expensive in the winter here. We do not plan to be here for the winter if we can help it. But the wind turbine on a boat, a lot of people we've talked to said they don't like it because it doesn't produce enough power for the amount of wind you get generally. On a boat specifically. What is your furthest travel in this boat? I don't know, 30 nautical miles. We haven't gone too big yet. We are going to be sailing to Mexico eventually here, so that'll be a big one. And where do we want to end up? So our big goal is to sail to Mexico. That's our big goal right now. Our big goal is we are slowly working our way down Vancouver Island here into the Gulf Islands, then maybe the San Juans really quick. We can like register, you know, like go into the United States, and then from there down to Mexico. We'll have to see though. Yeah, we are set. It should be okay. If we were going to stay here and we were going to be at anchor all winter long, I don't know if we could even do that, to be honest. That'd be really tricky. A wind generator would be kind of nice to have, but they're so loud, and a lot of people that have them don't even use them. Apparently they don't make enough power on boats to even be worth it a lot of the time. We don't have really, our boat is small enough that we don't really have a place for one. We would have to probably get the solar arch built so we could put a wind generator on top if we really wanted to do that. Salty Dog, we're in the same spot right now. They are good on windy, cloudy days. Sailboat, do you have one? I always forget. Not yet, Aaron. Holly and I do not currently make enough money on our socials to live full time. We are getting to the, we are kind of almost maybe there. It depends. I would say, especially at the very beginning of social content creation or whatever you want to call it, it's very hit or miss. One month you'll make enough where you're like, oh, we're almost doing it, and the next month you'll make next to nothing. Not specifically because of people. Donors come and go, but also like people that want to like watch don't always have money too. You're not going to be making a lot from the platforms themselves off the bat because you don't have enough followers. So you really have to rely off the beginning on a lot of people that want to see you succeed and that have money to be able to like help out here and there. And that's been really hard. And also Holly and I are really bad at constantly saying like, hey, if you guys want to help us out, go check our link in the bio down below. We do have donation links if you want, but obviously not everyone can afford it, and we understand that. But yeah. Imagine living on land 24/7 only with your imagination of the sea. Boats are very cool. I love boats. It's very hard to plan around variable income, especially off the beginning, because we don't make enough. So like 1 month we make enough where it's like, oh, we feel comfortable enough to buy an anchor. The next month we have nothing, so now we have no extra money to, and if anything else comes up. So that can be kind of scary. User, thank you for the 29 roses.
Yep, that can be scary.
What about solar sail? I don't know much about solar sails. I don't know if there's a... Yeah, I don't know if they're a viable option right now. I think like I've seen solar sails on satellites. There's things that satellites use that are basically solar panels, and they like use.
Right.
They're kind of a solar sail. It would be very cool if you could make a solar panel lightweight and flexible enough that you could use it as a sail. That would be like the greatest invention of all time. Now I think Nicholas, or Nicole, sorry, I think that's a great idea. Holland, I'm budget Holland. We do use Starlink, yes. No, that would be great. If you could somehow get a solar sail for a sailboat, that'd be amazing. We even talked to the EcoFlow guy a little bit. There's just no way. The solar panels are just not flexible enough to really be used as sails. I think there are some, I've seen some designs of like rigid sails, but they're usually on huge cruise ships, so I don't know if it's like a feasible thing on a smaller sailboat. Do you sometimes fish for food? Yeah, we've gotten crabs a little bit occasionally. Can I pay you for a tour in New York? I mean, if we were in New York or anywhere near New York, we're in Canada on the west coast, so we're not really anywhere close to New York. And we've never gone sailing in Arctic. I don't think our boat would do very well. We have a fiberglass boat. It's not really designed for Arctic sailing. Casey, thank you very much for the heart me. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Where have you guys sailed, or how many miles? We're very new. So Holly and I have, I don't even know if we have a number of miles we've sailed. It is probably able to, I mean, we've definitely done more than we could count on one hand, but it is very limited. We've done a few sails. We'll be sailing tomorrow. There's very light wind right now. So I know, guys, we complain when there's too much wind, we complain when there's too little wind. I think that's just like the life. We're just in the, we're in the area right now where we're not skilled enough to sail in really heavy wind, and then with no wind, obviously it's very hard to go anywhere at all. Tomorrow we're gonna probably be sailing. If you guys want to see that, we'll be sailing at 1 knot probably, because there's not supposed to be a lot of wind tomorrow either. But if you want to pop in, we're gonna probably wake up early. It'll probably be like a 10-hour sail of moving about 1 knot per hour. Are you gonna play Wolverine? I don't think so. I'd have to start working out real hard. Do you do much fishing? Occasionally. Like I said, more crab trapping than anything. I don't count. I just say a million. Sailboat, you've done a decent amount though, right? I mean, you sailed up the coast, so you've got a few under your belt anyway. My phone's at 1. That's not good. Do you have a charger nearby? If you come to New York, I missed that. Oh, it was on YT. 1 second. Oh, I see. No, I mean the game that's coming out. My bad. Oh, wait. What game? What did I miss? Oh, are you going to play Wolverine? Ah, sorry. I was like, what? I don't think I look anything like Wolverine, but I'll just go with it. I don't know. Maybe. Holly and I, we play a lot of multiplayer games, so we probably won't be playing Wolverine just because most of the time we play video games, it's usually multiplayer stuff. We play it like socially. We do use Starlink, yes. Good evening to you guys as well. It is currently just barely in the afternoon for us. Actually, what time is it? 2:30. If you come to New York and stay for the summer, I can pay you every weekend to go out. I mean, that'd be awesome. It would take us literally 4 months probably to get there at this current state. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I do like single player games. I just haven't played them in a long time just because when we're not doing gaming and stuff, or when we are doing gaming, it's usually online and multiplayer stuff, and then when we aren't, it's, you know, we're doing boat stuff, so. Cap, are you going to play the Wolverine game? I got to go for now. Have a good one, Elite. Thank you for being here. And thank you, Cap. We do really very much appreciate it. Cap, did you hear? Holly is making some artwork. Kitty Cat's face for, like, hats and shirts and stuff. So we're going to have more merch maybe soon.
I want a shirt, Brian, if it turns out.
Holly really wants a shirt if it turns out. She's still working on it, though.
Do you want to see it so far, the two? Just you, though.
I love The Last of Us. That's a really good game, too. Oh, that's turning out really nice.
But I've got to fix a few things, so.
I think that'll be a pretty cool shirt. Or even like a hat with a little logo. That'd be sick. Guys, the hat, the cat art is coming along. So far.
Well,
Make some hats.
Right now,
Yeah, take a break, Holly. Make some hats. We have some hats, Michael. If you do check the links in the bio, we have ways you guys can donate if you want to help out the journey. We also do have merch. I realize it's kind of expensive. We don't have a say in the price because we can't keep merch on the boat. Let's see.
A few more pieces.
Sailboat wants to see the art, Holly.
Okay, fine.
Okay, we'll show you. Fuel cost is like $2.40 per liter for diesel right now in Canada. That's Canadian dollars and that's the liters. So
Only because it's you, Sailboat. If it was anybody else, I would charge $5.
we have a bunch of new merch we're working on, but we just haven't got there yet. So,
Oh,
do you want me to hold it for you, or you got it?
I have it. 1 second.
I'll go look. We only have, so Michael, right now we only have one logo for merch. We do have some like flat brimmed hats and stuff. Cap, the Sasquatch in chat, has bought those ones and he likes them. Although I feel like they're out of stock right now. It's kind of hard to see, but you can kind of see it.
When?
Yeah, there's the new stuff coming along.
Whoops.
It's obviously not done yet. She has a lot of coloring to do, but we're going for it.
Hopefully it's okay. We'll see.
Just cruising around. We are just cruising around. We are just kind of floating around. Just hanging around. Pirate cat, good one? Yeah. Again, not for everybody. Not everyone wants to wear a hat on their head that has a kitty cat with a pirate or whatever, but I mean, I think it would be a pretty cool shirt. Also a pretty cool hat.
I want the t-shirt.
I kind of want the hat, and I don't even wear a lot of hats.
Well, maybe you shouldn't get the hat, Brian.
I think I need it for sailing purposes.
If it's a straw hat.
I wish they could. Oh, we should try to find a straw hat. That'd be cool. You got and Sailboat says you're talented, by the way.
Thank you.
And my dad says nice. Looks fantastic, says Cap. Awesome. Nice. I really want to do a pirate, what do you call that? Like a Jolly Roger style thing as well, for like a hat and a shirt. I think that would also be really cool.
Look at all the sailboats sailing, Brian.
Oh yeah, I gotta do that. Is there a lot sailing right now? Oh, there is. There are some people out there sailing, so maybe tomorrow won't be too bad.
It's
I liked
so
it.
perfect out there.
Thank you, Tina. Tina also liked it.
Thank you, Tina.
We don't have hoodies yet, but we can make some hoodies if you guys are interested. The website we use, we have options with like hoodies. We can do long sleeves. We can do t-shirts. Right now, I think we have like a few very hit or miss things. I don't know what you guys would be interested in, that kind of stuff. Maybe I should just start popping stuff up. I think that the cat design is kind of cool. The octopus is really cool too, but not everyone's into octopus, so you know. She is very talented.
Thank you.
A solar hat. We should do a solar hat. We'll do a design with EcoFlow. Have you guys ever seen the EcoFlow hats? They have a solar hat which looks like a little witch hat.
But it charges.
But it charges your phone, which is sick. I would 100% wear it. I don't even care. I'd buy the Pirate Post hat. Okay, good. We'll work on a hat. We'll get the cat. Holly the hat. People want to see the cat hat. Hello. Welcome in, Bucks. The Jolly Roger still... Yeah, sick. I like the Jolly Roger idea. It's really stuck in my head. I really want to make it happen. It's just hard to get it exactly right. Right now, we're Ace. We're in the same area. We're just a bit further south. We're close to, like, Thetis Island.
Can I have this?
Hoodies would sell in Canada due to our cold weather. The only thing I'm worried about with hoodies is they're kind of expensive. Again, if you guys go check out the merch, you're more than welcome to. Merch link in the bio down below.
Yeah, I think we're going to do a long sleeve shirt next too.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
So.
It's just expensive because the company, they set the prices. We can lower them a little bit, but then we make like $2 per hoodie. So, but we can still lower the prices by like $5 kind of thing. We don't have like a huge range that they allow us to change the prices for. Toques would be cool too. I agree with that. I'd like the octopus. The octopus is cool. Go check it out. Go look at our link in our bio. We have a couple of hats. Actually, Cap the Sasquatch has bought some and he sent some photos. I think I have them on my phone here somewhere if I can find them. I think the hats look good. Cap has them and he likes them. We are, I don't think we're near Sook. No, Sook. Let me just Google to make sure I'm not an idiot. No, we are quite a bit further north right now. Eventually we'll be down there though. I'm gonna get a blue one. Is it, Michael, is the hat still available? I know there was a few things they warned us that they were out of stock. And again, we don't have any say in how that works, but I like the octopus. I think it's really cool. It's one of Holly's first. So all of the art that we have is done by people. So Holly made the octopus. We might have one coming out eventually that's done by another friend of ours, and then Holly's doing another one right now, so. I like the hats. I should get one of the hats myself, honestly. 28-foot hat isn't bad. Wait, I think the hat's a good price. The hat's not bad. I just think, like, looking at some of the things, like the t-shirts, the towel we have on there, we threw a towel on there, and it's like $100 for a towel. It's a pretty big towel, I think, though. But again, I don't know where the prices come from exactly. I think part of the reason the towel is so expensive is because we did lots of logos. So we have like a ton of the octopus and a ton of the Nomadic Whims on there. But I thought it looked the coolest, which is why we went with it. They are listed. I'm not sure if they're listed. I think they are available, unless you get to like the checkout and it says that they're not available. That's the only thing. So the hats might be there yet still. I think there was a few things that were not available, but I think a lot of those things we already took down from our site anyway, or from the store. Black hat and gray is Canadian dispatching. I did not. Oh, right. Yeah, guys, thank you, Kat. I forgot about that. Apparently, if you buy the black hat, it's going to come from the US, and if you buy the gray hat, it comes from Canada. So I don't know if that'll change anything. They are both available to both countries. It's just, if you are in one country, you might get charged extra for like crossing the border and stuff like that. So keep that in mind. The black hat comes from the US, the gray one comes from Canada. Cat bought both, and so he got both, and it wasn't a big deal. Did you get charged anything extra, Cat, for that, or it just took a little bit longer because it came from the US maybe? My phone didn't know how to spell. It's okay, I barely know how to spell myself. The hats are really cool. I really, really like the hats. I do. My brother actually bought like a tank top like this too, and I think it's pretty decent. And the bucket hat is awesome, yeah. That one's kind of expensive, I thought. That one's like 58 Canadian dollars, so it's kind of expensive for a bucket hat, but I think it looks sick. Yeah, there we go. Either way, both hats are great quality. One just comes from a Canadian manufacturer that does it. One comes from an American manufacturer. So if you want to buy from your local country, I guess there's that. Black one comes from America. Gray one comes from Canada. Both are going to come to your country. One might come with some extra. I think it'll tell you if it does or not, but you never know. Nope, it took longer. Oh, interesting. Aloha! Thank you very much for the Captain CC's and the Heart Me, and also for the Gamer Press Start. Thank you for that. That's our gift goal right now. Lady... Oh, wow, you got a cool name. Lady Dolphin? Thank you very much for the follow. Our boat's name is Delphina. So, kind of like your name. It's 36 here in the U.S. That's not terrible. I don't know, actually. Is that expensive for an American dollar price? I can't even think what things cost in America. I haven't been there in a long time, so. Barnacles do, in fact, get on the bottom of our boat. Currently, we don't have a lot of barnacles on our boat, but they are a thing that can happen. You just got to clean your boat often. That's not bad at all. Okay. A lot of this stuff is kind of expensive in Canada, but our dollar kind of sucks right now, and also, yeah. That's all I got. A Harley Davidson hat is 50. Okay, that's cheap then. There we go. We're not in the Harley Davidson realm. Although I will say we are not probably as popular as Harley Davidson is when it comes to selling stuff. The one thing Harley has done really well at is selling their merch. You go buy a motorcycle, you get like 15 t-shirts while you're there. That's just how you do it. Intuitive Woman, welcome! How are you doing? I guess I should call you Intuitive Wild Woman. Welcome in. How's it going? I should probably use the full. Cartoon Network, hello! I've seen the Cartoon Network, if that's what you're asking. But cooler. I like the octopus. I think it's really cool. Maybe we should post it. I should like put a little thing in the bottom that shows the hat and the merch link. Maybe we should do that. You got a spot on your fish you can keep live fish for food later? Not really. We should get like a little oh, there's a sailboat coming in. Yep. We should get like a cooler or something. We have a fridge, so we could like, you know, fillet the fish and then put it in the fridge. That works, or Amy is fine too. Well, hello Amy. Hope you're doing well. I bought hats for 70 and 36 range is a beautiful price for the hat. Yeah, okay, cool. I was really worried because some of the stuff, the towel seems overly expensive, in my opinion. I threw it up there because I thought it was very cool and I'd probably still buy it. I haven't bought it yet, but welcome back, Emily. What's your process for cleaning barnacles? I mean, so Holly and I are terrified of the ocean. So our process is we get our tender out, we go around and we scrub it with a big old scrubby brush we have. Eventually we'll be diving under our own boat and scraping it with a scraping thing. But so far we've just been able to, we had a neighbor at the dock before we left that had a tool he made that you could push it all the way into your boat, and it did a really good job. And thank you, Tina. If you guys don't want to do anything and buy merch, you can always donate through the PayPal donate link, which is linked in the bio down below. There's also a Buy Me a Coffee link. There's also a e-transfer if you guys want to do that, or a GoFundMe option. So there's many options if you guys want to help out and you do not want to buy merch. We understand. If you don't want to do any of that stuff, just hit the like, hit the follow, hit the subscribe buttons. We do appreciate it. I'm going to post this really quickly. Hold on. That right there, wait, right there is a QR code for our donation for PayPal. If you want, you can screenshot that and get it later if you want. If you don't care, that's fine too. You guys are more than welcome to just watch free forever. But right, where is it? Right there. That is our little QR code. Just takes you to a page. If you want to donate, you can. You don't have to. You can choose any price. You can also do like a recurring monthly or whatever you want. If you can want to, yeah, there we go. Cap, thank you, appreciate it. There is an e-transfer, so all of the money goes directly as well. So we have lots of good people here helping us out, doing a better job advertising than we do ourselves on stuff. There's actually quite a few sailboats here right now. There's a really nice one right over there. This guy just showed up. This guy's been here quite a while, and another sailboat just popped up front. Scrape the bottom. Yeah. If you ever look in the marinas, a lot of people are really friendly and they'll help you out. The last marina we were at, a guy had made like a PVC pipe with a, I don't know if you want to call it scratchy, but it has like textured material on it, and it worked really well to clean the bottom of our boat. Yeah, I've seen long scrapers on other boats. That's exactly what we used, I guess, kind of thing. A really long scraper that some guy had like made out of PVC pipe, and it worked awesome. It had air because it's PVC, so as you pushed it underneath the water, the deeper it goes, the harder it pushes against your hull, and it worked really well. And a lot of people at the marinas are super friendly. I don't know if I could ever walk up to a guy and be like, hey, can I borrow your scraper? But we had a neighbor that was like, hey, we were just like, oh yeah, we need to scrape our boat. And then they were like, oh, you want to borrow ours? So you could always bring it up like that. Hey, we need to scrape our boat. If you're wondering, we do in fact need some kind of scraper. Oops, wrong one. Let's get rid of that one for now. 1 second. Take that down again. I don't want to leave it there because it's just like too intrusive, I think. Chris, thank you very much for the heart me and welcome. How often do you have to like clean it? I mean, you do gain quite a bit of growth on your boat, especially if you're stationary. If you're moving a lot, it's a lot harder for it to grow. Marinas, it seem to grow faster just because I think there's a lot more stuff growing around marinas. And people do it like monthly. Depends where you are too. Down in Florida, people say they do it at least monthly because things grow fast there. Aloha, thank you very much for the donuts. I missed that for a second. Intuitive, thank you for the heart me. Jay Beezy, thank you for the heart me. Aloha, thank you for the 2 donuts. And Chris, thank you for the heart me as well. That is true. Holly and I do not want to be those people that are like begging for things. I guess we like to think of it as we are providing a entertainment service for some people. It is completely free, and if you are somebody that cannot afford to buy our merch, to ever donate to us, to ever send a gift, that is perfectly fine. We definitely want you guys to hang around, ask questions, and not feel guilty for not doing any of that stuff. You are more than welcome to never pay a single cent for any of our stuff. It's just for if you guys want to help us continue being able to do this, then you can send some stuff to, you know, help us fund the journey and voyage, and as we try to like make content for you guys. You can become super fans, you can become members on the YT. There's lots of options. If you are on the Twitch, there is an option to become a subscriber for free technically, as long as you have Amazon Prime. You can link your Amazon Prime and your Twitch together, and then you have 1 free sub every month. You do have to re-up, it doesn't automatically re-up, so you have to automatically, or you have to personally do that yourself every month. But you don't have to either. You do you. If you already use your Twitch sub for somebody else, that's perfectly fine too. It's a learning channel. Awesome. I'm glad you're learning with us, because we are very much learning as well. Where's Holly? She's been working on art for our merch. So right now we have the octopus, which she also designed, and she's working on a kitty cat because we got the CC. And yeah, JBZ, I know. Every once in a while I let it slip, and I say things. I try to say like twitchy or something else, so it's not quite the same. But I usually do say the purple or the red or whatever. What's for dinner? We did just have some burgers. I'm not sure what we're having for dinner today. Stir fry? We're doing some more stir fry. Holly's gonna cook up some stir fry, I think. Maybe. Love it. It's gonna be very tasty. I need something to eat probably right now. I ate the burger like I said, but I need something more. The app that shall not be named. Yes. It's kind of annoying that TikTok does that and they don't like it when you say certain things. Hey guys, quick question. Is it easy enough to see me, or am I a big shadow? Should I switch sides? Because I could go over there and I don't know if the lighting would be any better. But right now the sun's kind of behind me, so it kind of makes me look like an outline rather than a person. But let me know what you guys think. If you think I should switch sides, I will. You're good? Okay, we can see you. Cool. It's hard to see on the computer. Holly's laptop has a fairly bad screen. It's very dark. Looks great. Thank you. Intuitive, thank you very much for the chirpy kisses. SGG Maca, thank you very much for the heart me. Let me just double check to make sure that's not the whole Macaque is what I should have said. Sorry. Thank you very much for that. And then Chris, thank you for the 6 roses. We are currently still anchored in the same spot. LCD screens, blackout. Yeah, they do. This one is terrible just because of the lighting. It doesn't get very bright. The phone does a better job. Yeah, some sailboats come with AC. Some sailboats come with like everything. Permission to come aboard. Welcome aboard. I'm not the captain though. You're gonna have to talk to Kitty. She's down below. But yeah, we are anchored in the same spot. Tomorrow, I think Holly and I are gonna attempt to move a bit further south. There hasn't been a lot of wind. There currently feels like there is 4 knots. I don't even think our wind vane is like registering that there's much wind, so it must be like around 4 knots, I'm gonna guess. But tomorrow we might attempt to sail anyway, just making sure we're not frozen. Good. We're gonna try to sail a little bit further south. It might be a 10-hour day for going about 1 kilometer or 1 mile, but you know. Well, yeah, you gotta, yeah, there you go. If you bring tuna, CC will accept you on board. Maybe, for a moment. Yeah, no wind. Definitely no wind. We might just attempt to drift south. Maybe we'll wait for the tide to be going out and maybe it'll help pull us along. What is the tide right now? I think... Sorry? It's high-ish tide. I think it's going down though because the island is starting to appear over there. Let's check the Garmin boating app. We don't really have a home base, no. Holly and I... Oh, thank you very much, Nam, for the $2.79. One gift, one super chat away from Kitty Cat getting her snacky today. Our home base was Nanaimo. Currently, it is no longer there. We are starting to head south, and so we no longer have a home base. Currently, the tide is at the lowest point of the high-low tide, and it will be going up even higher, so it'll be, everything will be disappearing behind us. There's a cool seaplane going above us. And sorry, 1 second. Tristan, I will tell you as soon as this plane goes over our heads. Tell me what this adventure is. Okay. So I'll say about 2 years ago, Holly and I started to look into sailboat life or doing something different. We were actually building an off-grid cargo trip. Go, Tina! Thank you very much. I'll get Kitty Cat a snack in a second. Let me just finish this explanation. But thank you, Tina, for getting the CC Captain goal so she can get snacks on the live. I'll bring her right here, and I'll bring snacks for her. Holly and I started to decide to do something different. We both worked for the city of Calgary for about 15 years. The job started to suck. It was very good at first. The people there are awesome. The management was terrible, kind of like a lot of places. We started to decide to maybe do something else. We were looking to build a cargo trailer because we like dirt biking and going to back countries and camping. Back country. At the one point, eventually, the place that we worked, the city of Calgary, laid me off. I was full-time. They laid me off. They tried to rehire me as a seasonal, and at that point, I resigned. So I was done. Holly stayed there for another 8 months, and then she resigned and quit as well. And we had nothing left holding us down to the Calgary area. We had a little bit of savings, and we decided to take all of our savings, and we sold everything. So we both had I had an MR2, she had a truck. The trailer that we were working on, we sold it. We sold a bunch of other stuff, so we had bicycles. I had a couple like little motorcycles. I like to build stuff. I was a mechanic, so I had a bunch of like old junky motorcycles that I built into things. I sold all those things. I got rid of most of my stuff. I had like a little sand rail that I was building, like an old junk thing that I found on a farmer's field. I sold that and got rid of it for really low dollars. We like sold most of our stuff for way under value because it's easier to sell that way. But we took all that money. We bought a $36,000 sailboat out here on Vancouver Island. 4 days later, after we bought it, well, first of all, the journey took a turn. When we tried to buy one boat, we waited 9 months or like 4 months or 5 months for it to be ready, and then it fell through. We waited another full year. We bought this boat in October of last year, and then we moved on to it October 24th. Have fun. Thank you, Nam, for being here, and have a good rest of your day. That was kind of the journey. So now Holly and I are on a boat. We are working really hard to make social media a thing for ourselves. We are making videos daily, short forms. We made a long form, which just came out today. So at 2 o'clock, a long form video dropped on the YTs. We go live pretty much almost every single day. Yesterday was the first time we haven't gone live in a little while. And thank you, JBZ. Do municipalities in Canada do pensions? I think pensions in Canada are generally Canada-wide. I think some provinces also run their own pensions, so it depends. But I actually don't know 100% that. I don't have one right now. So Holly and I did, like, we threw everything we had, all of our savings, everything into this boat so that we can maybe potentially make a little bit to sail around the world. How do we make money? Doing this. We make a very small amount, though, but we don't need a ton to survive. Eventually we'll need a little bit more to be able to do the big travel down to, like, the Mexico, just so we can survive and also do, like, maintenance and stuff. But we're slowly building a community of people that like to watch what we're doing, and we are getting to the point where we could almost maybe break even. Hopefully this doesn't freeze. It did freeze. Sorry guys, 1 second, let me unfreeze the camera. Every time I set the camera down, it freezes, so 1 second. I will just fix this for you, and then I will get Kitty Cat for the snacky that you guys earned. Come on, TikToks first of all. I will be fixing the frozen camera momentarily. Everyone hold. Okay, we're back over here. Sorry about that, guys. Every time I move the computer, for some reason, it freezes the camera. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. That's kind of annoying. Okay, I think we're good everywhere, right? Yeah, exactly. It is a sailboat. We do use Starlink. We do have a generator. We also have a tender. So we have an outboard motor. We spend about $40 on fuel in like a 20-liter jerry can, and we use that for the tender, which we don't use. We often also just like paddle alone to try to save money. We also, last but not least, yeah, we're on a laptop right now. We also use for the generator, so it's a 4-liter tank. It goes through about 4 liters in 6-ish hours. We only use it for like an hour a day usually, or less if we can. We use solar for most things. Starlink is awesome. I think you'll love it on a cabin specifically, because you can get Starlink for fairly cheap as long as you're stationary. If you're moving a lot, it can be a lot more expensive, especially if you're transferring countries. And then diesel fuel we do have to get for our boat occasionally, especially on days like today. If we were moving right now, we would probably mostly be motoring. 1 second, let me get the kitty cat. I gotta give her snackies. Kitty, you wanna come inside for snackies? The people wanna see you. Come on. Everyone wondering, the super chats have paid for kitty cat to get some snackies. So here's the kitty, everybody. Yeah, I know. Can I say right here? You guys can see her, I'm assuming? Yes, you can. Yeah, Starlink is definitely worth it. I think especially like cabins and stuff like that. It can be fairly cheap. You can get deals that are not too expensive. More expensive than like traditional internet, but it does work really well. We have like the regular one. We don't have the mini, and we get like really good internet speeds. And we're traveling and like we're moving on the ocean. We have the Gen 3 Starlink, and it works amazing, and it like gets anywhere between 100, usually it's more than 100 megabytes per second. It'll often be closer to 300, and that's while we're moving on the ocean. So if you're stationary, I think it'll do a lot better. The new prices will definitely affect us. Depending though, we don't know for sure if things are going to change. The current way they have it laid out, the new internet will suck for us. So the big thing too is they're making it so you're only allowed to be out of your designated country for a month. And if you do leave for over a month, then you have to go back to your country to like re-up on your internet. They don't let you like travel with it, which is kind of weird. They basically decided to do the new internet pricing for cruise ships because they can afford to do it and they have a lot more people on board. But it kind of inadvertently messes with us doing like cruising on our sailboat. We obviously can't spend $2,000 a month on internet, but that's kind of how they're going to make it be. If you want unlimited roaming cruising around the world outside of your own country, it's going to be close to like $1,500 to $2,000 just to be able to afford internet. Hoping something will happen so they fix it. Yeah, exactly. I really hope they figure that out too, because that's unsustainable. I don't know how they think anyone can do that. Again, the big cruise ships can do that because they make thousands and thousands of dollars a month, but we would never be able to afford that. It is very interesting. For me, it's only $300 a month for roaming global. So right now, for us, it's also the same. We actually only pay, I think it's like $200 for unlimited roaming throughout North America. But they're changing the price soon, and we have a 50% off deal. So right now for us in North America, it's only $100 a month for unlimited data anywhere in North America roaming, which is very cool. But they are changing that soon. They want to make it so that it is you're only allowed to leave your home country for a month at a time. So it kind of makes sense for some people, but as people like Holly and I who live on our boat and want to travel the world and be quite a ways from our home country, where we're definitely going to be out of our country for more than a month, it will cost, like it will be we'll have to switch over to the global roaming one, which is quite a bit more. I think right now that plan is $600 a month, plus you have to pay for data as well on top of that. So $600 plus another $600 probably just for data. So that's about $1,200 a month, and they're changing that too, so it'll be completely different. How much do you need to buy a boat like this? Our boat was 36,000 Canadian or 27,000 US. So if you want this exact boat in the exact state we bought it, it's about that much money. But you can buy these boats anywhere from 30,000 Canadian all the way up to like 80,000 depending on what equipment's on board. It took effect today. Right now it doesn't affect us because we're still in Canada, but eventually. If you're in your home country, it won't really affect you much. It's only for people that plan to travel outside their country. So I can even go to the Starlink website right now and have a look. We're rocking right now. Love this lifestyle, enjoy it. Thank you. If you go back, would you guys buy the same boat or a bigger boat? Bigger, probably not. Different, maybe. When you're first looking at boats, you have all ideas of what kind of boating you want to do, and then once you live on your boat for a while, you're kind of like, well, maybe it would be better to have a different style of boat to be able to do what we want to do. I think we still enjoy this boat. It's a very cool design. It's not the ideal design for ocean crossing or blue water sailing, but it can still do it. There's a guy recently that took this exact boat model and sailed around the world like he did a circumnavigation, so it's possible. But there is other boats we buy. I don't think we'd go bigger. The problem with bigger is it's very expensive. The bigger your boat gets, the more expensive everything costs. Being at the dock, they generally charge by the foot. What is important for a boat? Space or motor or boat or what? I think it depends too. Danny, if you want a boat that's blue water capable, it's very different than a boat that is better at like coastal cruising and island hopping. A lot of blue water sailboats have a really deep keel so that they can sail in deeper, like in the deeper oceans better and be more stable and like more comfortable. But if you have a deeper keel, you can't get into smaller spots like this. So a bigger keel boat might not be able to be in the spot that we are. We're in a very beautiful spot. Bumping whales. Hopefully no bump some whales. That'd be scary. Somebody else said, oh, Joe Dirt, you said that last time. I don't know why you say that every time, but welcome. We do not regret getting a sailboat over a motorboat. I love the sailboat idea. In my head, it's way cooler than a motorboat. But I mean, motorboats are cool too. Nothing wrong with them. And thank you, Danny. There's just like so many options on styles of boats. There's trimarans, there's catamarans. It really depends what you want to do. I was about to do something. Somebody sent something and I already forgot what it was. And thank you guys very much for all the follows today. Appreciate you all. Skunkle, thank you for the oldies. Newt, thank you for the heart me. Pharma, thank you for the heart me. Low, thank you for the heart me. Appreciate every single gift you guys have sent today. Shark really attacking people? Is it happened to you? Nope. We're in Canada. We don't really have a lot of shark here. I mean, we do, but they're nothing that aggressive. Yeah, that's true too. Bigger boats have difficult problems with like going under bridges and stuff like that. Usually a bigger boat has a taller mast. Ours is 55 feet. So if we have a bridge that's over 55 feet or power lines, we can go kind of under all of them. Somebody messaged or something. I can't find it. Holy. I guess a big boat ran by not too long ago. Oh, Starlink. Thank you. I was like baffled. I couldn't remember what I was doing. Somebody distracted me. I went to go check out Starlink, and then I went to somebody like message, and I was trying to find their message, and I couldn't find that. I got way off track there. Yeah, sharks are generally fairly safe to be around unless you're in very specific areas or, you know, messing with their food area. There is an update for Starlink. How do I even do this now? Network subscription, that's what I want. I don't know who that is. Yeah, I'm also unsure who that is. Yeah. Some people seem to know who this guy is, but I have no idea. I've never seen the show. Apparently it's a TV show or something. Where are you going? Can you want to come back down here? You can hang out with me. Currently we have Roam Unlimited. So they changed the name. It used to be called Anywhere in North America. Up to 300 megabytes per second. On the go, unlimited high-speed data, includes international travel within 160 countries and territories. Currently it doesn't seem to have changed for us. What was that, Holly? Oh, sorry, I thought you said something. I'm gonna Google it. I want to get myself Starlink as well. Yeah, Starlink works really well for most stuff. Again, if you're doing international stuff, they're recently changing stuff, so make sure you look into that. But I think as long as you're going to stay in your country, or at least like North America, you'll probably be fine. They took away global. So if I change plan, right now in Canada specifically, they still do have global. In Canada, I don't know, maybe in the States they changed that? It will be internet for the rich, yeah. Right now it's like internet for pretty much everybody, and it's like the only way you can do it, but they're going to change that up to 30 days though. I'm just looking right now. So right now we have, there's a Roam 100 plan, so with 100 gigabytes. There's a Roam 300 gigabytes. Holly and I do the live streams. We use like terabytes of data. So we need the Roam Unlimited. We do have the Roam Unlimited. And it's not changing currently for us yet, but I'm sure it will. They actually have two Roam Unlimited, and they're the exact same. They don't actually have any words that are different. They have Residential Max, which can be up to 400 megabytes per second, and that's like if you're stationary. They have Local Priority subscription, so if you're a local, you can get priority, and that basically means for like people like us that roam, we get bumped down the leaderboard. Thank you, Tina, for letting me know. I was very interested in who that was. I didn't actually know, but thank you. I guess I look like that guy. Who knew? 1 hour of streaming video or watching is, yeah, exactly. If you're streaming, like us doing the live stream like this, it goes through data like crazy. We also play video games. Check with Sailing Songbird on his server. We talk to Songbird all the time, Chicken Lady. What are you asking us to check with him about, though? Like, I saw him talking about this yesterday. Quite a few of the sailing community have been talking about this. Right now, we're not out of our country, so it doesn't affect us as much. But I know as we travel, it'll affect us more and more. Don't worry, Renegade. She was just checking to see the name of the person. I think she's fine. We are Canadian, yes, Danny. Then they have the global. Currently, they also for us have a global priority subscription, which is use Starlink on the ocean or land across the globe. You get network priority, faster speeds, telemetry dashboard, a bunch of other stuff. Let me just see what that costs right now. If we got that, it costs. They have a new monthly price of $205 per month, and if you want 500 gigabytes of data, again we use terabytes, it costs $675. So I think Holly and I used 2 terabytes last time, so it would cost us over $2,000 a month just to run the internet. Plus, it would cost us like almost $3,000 a month probably. It's like $2,800 is what it cost us to use the global priority. We eat lots of fish stuff, not a lot of fish right now. Is Holly sleeping? No, Holly's working her butt off right now.
I don't think I am right now.
Holly?
No, not right now.
Okay, she's taking a break. She was working her butt off. She's out on the front of the boat right now. I just heard. We could sail this boat from the west coast of Canada to Japan, yes. We would have to pick our weather window very carefully. Our boat is not a blue water boat, although it is blue water capable. Yeah. No, you're good. Chicken Lady, that's he is very knowledgeable on it because he is close to this, obviously. He's been doing this for a lot longer than us. I have chatted with him a bit, and I did watch his live stream the other day. And I don't know if you guys have watched Sailing La Vagabond, but they recently did a big post about this too. It'll affect a lot of people. 2,000 American or like 2,800 Canadian dollars is a lot of money for most people, and most people, even people that make a lot of money, that's like unreasonably high. Kitty Cat, where are you going? I might have to go grab Kitty Cat 1 second. Where are you sailing across? We're not sailing across the Atlantic. We'll be sailing across the Pacific eventually. Right now, down the Pacific coast. What are the restrictions? What do you need? Passport. If you have a boat, you need to have your boat registration. You may need insurance depending on where you plan to go. In Canada, you don't need legally insurance, but if you want to dock anywhere, every dock will not allow you to dock without insurance. I think Canada, US, and Mexico is kind of all the same. Sometimes you can get away with it, it really depends. Who is Sailing La Vagabond? They're called Sailing La Vagabond, and it's a very big YT channel that makes, like, they have over 1 million subs and they do really well. So they're just a really big content creator on the internet, which is why they have like a really good chance of talking to Starlink or getting their attention at least and being like, this is not something we need. Kitty Cat.
Is at the front, also the boom has to be moved?
Oh yeah, we can do that. We've never really gotten approached by the Coast Guard now. Yeah, she's on break. Uh-oh. The internet's disconnecting. Sorry, 1 second, Holly. I'll get CC and I will grab that. 1 second. We're having Starlink issues here. Guys, did the other stuff go down? Did our internet just disappear? We're still live, I think. So yeah, sorry, 1 second. I'm just gonna move the boom over. Oh yeah, I have to take off my preventer too. I recently started to throw this in it works really well, so I'm going to keep that like that. Hold. I can probably even just grab that. Whoop, sorry guys. I'll smack you guys with all the... Okay. Yes. Is Kitty Cat still up front? Yeah. Sorry guys, I'm just moving stuff for leg for a second. That was our Starlink, so mostly good, but I'm looking there now. Okay. Apologies everybody, I'm just moving solar around and stuff, so give me a second. To keep the live stream going, we just have to make sure we have power. I just have to redo a few little things. We have a preventer that we use, which is basically just this rope. It'll hold the boom off to the side. I just got to wire this up, or not wire it, but like thread it in and do some stuff, so give me a second. I can do it without even moving that, I think. Oh, I got you. You're good. Hello everybody. I think it's fine right now. Okay, actually, yeah, sure, trip that end up.
And then can you put the strap over it?
Sorry. Yeah, just chilling. I'm back. I'm gonna probably rig up the preventer too. Just give me a second. You're late for a sec. You probably did, yeah. You guys talking about Starlink? Let me show you what I can do. How does the boat take big waves? Our boat is, again, not really designed for huge waves, but it can still take them. It's fine. Depends how you hit them, of course. Our boat is not huge, but it's also not lightweight either. Our boat, so if you guys know Songbird, a lot of you guys came from Songbird. His boat, I think, is slightly lighter than ours, but his is a full keel design. So his boat is very well protected underneath. It has the rudder at the back, goes in the water, and then his keel actually kind of protects his rudder all the way down. So if like a log comes or something, his hull will smash whatever's in the water before his keel or before his rudder. So the steering is very important. Obviously, if you get hit by something too big, it'll cause damage, but his boat is very thick too. Our boat has a very small keel, so our boat is very flat, and then it has a really interesting looking keel, and then we have the rudder. So ours is a little bit more exposed. His is a bit better for blue water sailing and that kind of stuff. Ours is a bit better for coastal cruising. It's kind of a race boat, a little bit, but an older one. There's like a lot of different things when it comes to that. Very cool. They live in, they recently moved there. So they used to do a lot of sailing. They recently moved, and now they live on land a little bit more, but they are still sailing. But they are a very large content creation or like social media bunch of people. They're pretty cool. I haven't watched them as much since they have started doing the live on land thing, but they're still very cool.
Oh, they got a new one, actually. I think it's really good. I want to watch it.
You think the guy from La Vagabond is cooler than me? That's okay. You can think that. It's all good.
I'd like to watch the episode tonight.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's pretty cool. He's probably definitely cooler than me. He knows way more. Plus, he's got a trimaran. He has a bunch of land. He's got a lot of cool things that I would agree are probably cooler than me. Probably think that he's cooler than me. And they have 2 kids on their boat, yes. Okay, 1 second. I'm just going to go through this on the side of the boat. I'll be like 2 seconds. Well, it'll be like 2 minutes I need. What are you doing there, you crazy cat? There. Okay, we're done. I'm back. Just to keep the boom from swinging when we get hit by the waves. He is definitely a level 100 sailor. Well, I don't know. There's people that are way better sailors than him too, but he has done it for way longer than... He's been doing it for like over 10 years now. So he's a pretty dang good sailor. Love the double camera. Thank you. We like using it too. If you guys want a different angle too, let me know. I can definitely move, well, at least that camera. This one obviously needs to be over here, but our boat was 36,000 Canadian or 27,000 US. Luke's I think was 15K. American, very specifically. So ours is a little bit more expensive. His is a tiny bit smaller, a little bit older, but it is better for a lot of different things too. So he's got a very good boat. And what are your monthly expenses? We always say about 800 bucks a month. That's like food, and random other stuff. So like satellite internet and a bunch of things like that. Cell phones, insurance, kind of everything is about 800 a month. We can probably make that even cheaper eventually, but we'll have to see. We don't have, we are not fund kids. No, Holly and I spent I'm 39 years old. Holly is 35. We're not exactly kids. We also do not have money. Like literally our bank accounts are quite a bit smaller than yours are right now. We sold all of our stuff and moved onto a boat, took all our money and savings to buy a very cheap boat, $36,000. So there you go. That's all our money, $36,000. We bought a boat. We are living on it off our very little savings we have left to start to make a little bit of money online. So social media is our current job. How did he get enough money to buy a house on land while sailing constantly? He's social media. So he has over, like the Vagabond, it's not just a guy. The Vagabond is Elaine and, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. Elena and Riley. And they are very big content creators. They have over, like, I think a couple million subs on YT, which easily makes you a decent living. Plus they get brand deals. They have their boat. I don't know if you've seen their boat. They also didn't have, when they started off, they had a very small, I think it was a 45-foot Catalina or something like that. Maybe it was a Beneteau. I don't remember. Anyway, he worked in the oil rigs. He bought that. They became fairly large content creators, and they make decent money now. When you're a small content creator like us, we don't make a lot. Putting kids on a boat, hard no for me. It would be difficult, but some people are able to do it. And they've done YT for over 10 years now. So they've just been doing it forever. I mean, how did he live on a boat with a pregnant wife? At that point, they had made enough money and stuff that they were able to like go to shore fairly frequently whenever they needed to, or fly home. At the beginning, they definitely didn't have that. But they basically, I think they were in the States when she was pregnant, and the kids were born in, I think both kids were born in the U.S. And then they were able to do that. I mean, and then they've been able to afford like nannies and stuff. So if you want to look at like the top end of content creation, social media people, they're like the higher end. They've made decent money, and they're like, the trimaran that they're on is worth a couple $1 million. It's actually for sale. You can actually find it if you look up trimarans for sale on the internet. Look for the big yellow one. It's a couple $1 million. It's like a 63-foot trimaran. It's worth, I don't even know how much it is. It's a lot. It's very expensive. Do you hunting or fishing? We mostly do fishing here. There's not a lot of hunting on the ocean. I guess you could do some things, but we do a lot of crab trapping and fishing. We haven't done a ton of fishing recently, though. Where are they from? Hula Vagabond? They're Australian. So he originally bought a boat. He like worked his butt off and did offshore oil rigs. He bought a boat in the Mediterranean. She was in the Mediterranean just like backpacking, and they met, and he was like, hey, you want to go travel with me? And I guess they went and did that, and then they started making videos. I think Elena was the one that started it, making the videos. His idea was just to keep doing oil rigs, and then every off season taking his boat out and stuff, and then they started making videos. Holly and I watched them when they were very, very small, and then they did really well because they make really good videos and good content, and people are interested in that stuff, and they made a decent amount of money. So but that's a very, very big channel. They've been doing it for a long time. So spearfishing, not yet. Canada here, it's hard to see in the water at this time of year. I have heard you can spearfish usually in the early spring and like late fall, but we haven't done that yet. We would like to get spearfishing stuff so that we can spearfish when we get down to Mexico. I hear Mexico is a really good spot for that.
Okay, Brad, Cece's just right here in front of the
Oh yeah, I can see her.
Okay.
What's she doing? Just chilling?
Yeah.
Hi, Kitty. What are you doing there? If you guys are wondering, Kitty's outside on the deck. Yeah, they used to, so I don't want to say I don't like their videos anymore, but there comes a point when people get really big on social media, their videos start to become less interesting because it's less about like survival and more about like the cool boat they have. I still loved their videos, especially when they mostly did that, but now that they're moving to land and doing more of that, it's just less the stuff I like to watch, so I haven't watched them as much, but I still think they're very cool. If you could make that kind of money, you'd probably want to have land spot as well as sailing. So that's just life and evolution of being able to like make more. She just like went pancake mode. You can ask anything, yes. We don't have to answer everything. So if you ask something that's like ridiculous, you're probably just going to get a ridiculous answer. If you ask respectfully anything that has to do with boating, we'll probably answer it. And then even outside of boating, I'll probably answer it. But there are like some things that we're just not going to answer. But you're allowed to ask it. Captain surveying the water, she is. She just went full pancake mode though. She's having a nap now. Yeah, 8 to 10 years ago on their channel, they did some really cool stuff. Their first boat was awesome. Then they had a catamaran, which is pretty cool. I actually like their Tri better, but it's very big and very expensive. Do you yacht rock? I mean, if you mean, does the boat rock when waves hit it? Yes, Joe Dirt. Yes. Are you on a boat right now? Yes, this is our Hunter Legend 35.5. So I don't know how else to prove it to you besides the fact that you can literally see water behind us. The camera up there is live. It's right there outside the boat. These are our gauges for wind and speed and stuff like that. Big steering wheel is over here just off the camera. That was my only question. Fair. And I think I missed it. What was it? Are you on a boat right now? I gotcha. That's all good. Good question. I subbed. Thank you for subbing. Not what I meant. Don't worry, Joe Dirt. I know exactly what you meant. I just avoided your question because it is kind of a bad one. I will troll elsewhere. I don't think that was much of a troll. That was a good, you're a good human being. You're not like some trolls that actually try to get people to crash out for no reason. That's not a good troll. If you're going to be a fun, happy, loving troll, you'll get lots of people that actually like your trolling. You can be the happy troll anytime. Base Brian, welcome in. How are you doing today? Are there different rope sizes for the pulleys, or can you use the same gauge rope for all? Everything is meant for different. So these, are you talking about like, trying to see a pulley that I have right here actually. I don't have any in the cockpit really. Yes, all pulleys are usually designed for certain sizes of ropes. Usually they're like a couple. So they'll be like 8 to 11 millimeters or something like that. So if you use a smaller one, it can work, it can cause problems. I feel like all the winches and stuff, these ones are called self-tailing winches, which just basically means that like older style winches, I don't even have any rope here I can really grab, it's easy to grab. It's all like tied up and stuff. Old winches would not have this top part, so you would have to like wrap it around, and you'd have to have somebody constantly holding the line to tail it and basically not let it slip, or you could tie it off somewhere. These new ones have this spot up here, so after you go around this a few times, you put it up through here. I don't know if, can you guys even see what I'm pointing at? Kind of. One second. I'll try to make it so you can see a little bit. Kind of see? You can kind of maybe see. Anyway, you wrap it around here a few times, then it goes up through this little metal thing and into the tailing part, and this squeezes down on the rope and it won't let it slip back. And then if you want to like get slack in your line, you'll take it out of the tailing spot and you slowly let it off. So the more wraps you have here, the easier your mechanical grip will be on whatever you're holding up. And then when you want to like get your hands off this, so you don't have to hold it anymore, you put it back through this. This will sandwich it. You can let go of that rope and it'll stay on the winch and not go anywhere. But these have a size too. They obviously can't do certain things. We have some rope here that I've been using as like a preventer. This rope is technically not supposed to fit in here. It's too small of a rope to fit there. But used as a preventer, I've just been doing it in here anyway, and it's been working fine. It's not really holding any like crazy loads or anything like that, so it's not a big deal. Do you listen to old country music? Not really. I'm not a huge country fan. I don't mind folk music. Older country is honestly better than some of the new stuff, but I'm not really a huge country music fan. Brian, eggs with cheese or pancakes? Hash browns. I love hash browns. I'm not a huge egg person, but I love French toast. I like eggs with stuff, but not usually by themselves. But I love French toast. I love hash browns. Folk all day. Folk music's really good. I like folk music. Indie folk is pretty good. Yeah, good choices. Yeah, I like lots of different types of music. It just depends on. Some of the newer country music I really don't like, but that's to everyone, to each their own, whatever you want to say. Let me just check to see here. Live goal currently, I like what I see is we are at 9 out of 50. Can I repin that? Probably. Okay, I was just checking to make sure that's still working. Do you like waffles? I love Eggos. Eggos are amazing. I haven't had them in a while because they're kind of expensive, but... Base Brian, thank you very much for all the gifts too, by the way. Tape, thank you for the heart me. Base Brian, thank you for the heart me. The 8 Captain CC's, the Team Power, and the Gamer Press Start, as well as the Rose. Thank you for all those gifts, by the way. And thanks for being here. Welcome back to another live stream on the water. Bye, I might come back. T, Wigbucks, if you come back, welcome back. But thanks for being here as long as you were. Have a good rest of your day. Lego my ego, exactly. Remember those commercials? Okay, I'm gonna start a new super chat goal as well. I don't know what I should do, guys. What should the new super chat goal be for another 5? I'm sweaty. Hot out here all of a sudden. Accidental rose. Hey, that's okay. Thank you for the extra rose, Space Brian. Tomorrow, guys, if you want to tune in, we'll probably be trying to sail. It'll be a very slow sail because there's not a lot of wind tomorrow either, but... Hello, Gaddafi. It's not too humid here, actually. I think it says it's 24 and it feels like 28 with the humidity, but it doesn't feel too bad. What time? I'm not sure exactly, Thacker. Oh, but welcome, by the way. I'm not sure if you've been lurking for a while, but we did see lightning just the other day. Not a lot usually, though. I'm back. Welcome back, Big Bucks. What time tomorrow? I'm not sure. So today we were going to go sailing. It's 033. It is currently like, I think it's 3. So what is that, 15 something? 1500 here today? I'm not sure exactly what the other time is, but I love your channel. Well, thanks for coming back. So like 30. Yeah, it feels close to 30 Fahrenheit, which is like 80 something. Sorry, 30 Celsius, which is close to 80 Fahrenheit. We were going to go sailing today. Instead, we went to the other island. We got some water to refill up. Tomorrow morning, maybe early-ish, we'll start sailing. It'll probably be a long sail because it'll be a really slow one. Dude, you look like Gabe owner. I don't know who that is, to be honest, but I'll take it. Headstand? Yeah, let's do a headstand. Thank you. That's a good one. I'll do a headstand on the front of the boat or something. Or on the dinghy, whatever you guys want. Headstand wherever. Mostly on the boat, though. It won't be a headstand in the water. I'll have to probably move a camera. We'll have to see how to do that, though. Maybe it'll be in the tender because it'll be easier, but anyway. Sounds good. It'll be detailed, but I'll try to make it because I want to see the sailing. Yeah, the sailing will be cool. Hello, Lafferty. We had 2 thunderstorms here last night, my poor dogs. Oh, no. Did you guys get hail? Hopefully it didn't hail. Usually it hails in the spring, but... Lafferty, remember that hailstorm that continued our season at Rhodes where the hail like destroyed all the trees and we got to stay on for another month? Anyway, jump in the water. The water here is not the nicest. But yeah, we'll try to sail. It'll be a very slow sail, so I don't even know if we'll be moving very much. We might end up moving backwards. It'll be so light winds. We might end up motoring, but we're going to try to sail tomorrow. I like detailing too. I used to do it a little bit. It's been a long time. I have wrapped cars before, but it was my own, and I didn't do it at a professional level, so I would never ever consider myself professional. But yeah, Thacker does detailing, tint, and car wrap, which is cool. So if you're in Florida somewhere, I always forget exactly where, but yeah, that's when James and I met at the city of Calgary. The year we worked there was our very first year at the city. We went to, didn't we do the thing together first, the orientation? And then at the end of the year, we were going to get laid off, and then a huge hailstorm happened, which destroyed a bunch of trees, and we got to stay on an extra month. Cap, you better watch it. I'm not sure if I would in this spot. It's pretty gross. I used to be in Miami, now in WNC. Are you asking where we're from? I'm in Canada. I usually only jump in for galaxies. I'm not sure I'd jump in here. The water doesn't look too bad right now, so maybe with enough galaxies you could convince me to jump in the water, but I'm not sure. I'll definitely do a headstand in the tender for the 5 super chats. Holly is laughing up front. What did you do for the city? Holly and I both worked for the city, actually. I worked in roads maintenance. So for the first year I worked there, I worked there for 15 years. For the first year, road maintenance, which is basically potholes and what else did we even do there? We did spring cleaning. So in the beginning of the year, after all the wintertime stuff. So wintertime activities was like snow removal and stuff. Summertime, you'd remove all the gravel from the side of the road. You do like a lot of road closure, not road closure, sorry. Like small maintenance jobs, basically, just road maintenance things, getting stuff cleared off roads. If somebody like dropped a box of nails, that actually happened a few times. Then we moved from there. After that situation, we got laid off. We got rehired, and Holly was at the other job already, or not. Actually, I'm not sure. I'm probably messing this up all the way. I moved into traffic where we closed roads. So that's what we did at the city of Calgary for about 15 years. After moving out of the roads maintenance, we moved into traffic. We worked in traffic for about 15 years. Holly worked there too. She was like a year after me. And we would just close roads for holidays, special events, but also construction and a bunch of stuff like that. And painting, yeah. Holly did some painting too, so like the road lines and stuff. What is that, Cap? DNAT is the Cap just went crazy and is trying to get me to do headstands in the tender. There we go. 1 out of thank you, Cap. Cap wants to see us succeed. You should do windshields too if you can, like replacement repair. That'd be cool. You gotta be careful with windshields, but yeah, that'd be a cool extra add-on. Thacker's also working towards getting a boat eventually here. It's a double cheeseburger kind of day. We had burgers today, actually technically cheeseburgers. I made some flatbread burgers yesterday and we had the leftovers today. And we did have cheese on them. We had some Gouda. Rock to prepare. Owens Auto Glass, that's cool. That's awesome. Yeah, Thacker works hard. He got his business obviously doing well enough that he's feeling confident and making enough to get the boat he wants. Doing theory now. I'm doing my RYA day skipper soon. That's cool. You're gonna be way ahead of us. Holly and I are basically just like self-taught, and we only have our personal boat. So, getting your actual skipper license is pretty cool. Yeah, that's me too, Base Brian. Jack of all trades, master of none. I've done like many things, but I would not consider myself like a master at any one of them. Although I would say I'm fairly decent at a lot of them. I did go to school full time for automotive, so I would say I was pretty good at that. I think it will be good for charter holidays, definitely. Make a little extra money while you're doing stuff. Sorry, 1 second. We got the studio is asking us to do the puzzle piece thing. And we're back. Ooh, no picks this time. I could go for some Italian sausage. What's the temperature there? Did it actually get to 8 this morning in Lafferty? Emily, thank you for the sent Gamer Pass. Thank you for the Gamer Pass. Press start. Gamer press start. If I could speak the English language, it'd be good. That's a start, right? 12 this morning. Ooh, that's pretty cold. I think we were actually down to 12 this morning as well. But it is currently 25. It's one of the nicer days. It only said it was going to get to 22, but it's actually very nice right now. They're in Base Brian Lafferty. James Lafferty is in Calgary, Alberta, where we used to live. He works at the city still, where Holly and I used to work. $12 is cold. It's not very warm. I mean, it's okay. Hey, Google. How many degrees Fahrenheit is 12 degrees Celsius? I live on my boat too. That's awesome. What kind of boat do you have? 53, so yeah, close to 50, I guess, Fahrenheit. It's 38. I wish we had a little bit more heat. 38 is a lot, but I would love to have a power boat. That's cool. Are you this guy right here? There's a nice, really nice power boat behind us. I stayed in Calgary, went back to work for the city. It's okay, Lafferty. It's okay. I'll meet you in Mexico. We can all just live in Mexico. Zero is 32, that's all I know. Yeah, that's kind of all I know too. I know 40 is the same, minus 40 is the same as minus 40, or very close to it. LS engines are good. K-series are also great. They are very good engines. I'm old, options are limited. I mean, you could always buy a sailboat, Lafferty. You could always just buy a sailboat, start sailing. No, straight to Mexico, everybody. Imagine showing our ancestors our phones that we can look. I know, we can just magically come up with all kinds of stuff. Mine has 1 horsepower. Hope you get a good price for it, bro. Yeah, I'm sure he will. Thacker's smart. He's business oriented. He runs on grass. 1 horsepower. Did you know 1 horsepower is actually like, what is it, 7 horsepower? Or like 1 horse is actually worth 7 horsepowers? I should Google that just to make sure. Hey Google, how many horses is 1 horsepower? Google didn't even listen. Hey Google, how many horsepowers does 1 horse have? $15. I don't know if that's actually correct. I feel like there's an actual number in there somewhere. They changed the name, the meaning for horsepower for some reason. I can't remember the whole story, but there's a weird story behind car horsepower and like actual horses. Obviously, the original meaning was 1 horsepower is 1 car, but they wanted to make their numbers sound better, so they exaggerated their numbers basically. He's pretty strong. How big is your horse? How many hands? I don't even know how all that stuff means, but I know they measure them in hands. I've always liked the idea of living on a boat. I knew a couple in Sydney, Australia who did it, and their boat was absolutely fabulous. Yeah, maintenance can be a big thing. If you can do maintenance yourself, it helps a lot. The other big thing is if you own a house and a boat, obviously having the double maintenance cost is a lot. If you only have a house or only have a boat, the cost is pretty much the same, in my opinion. As somebody who has owned a brand new townhouse that actually cost me more in maintenance than this boat has, and yeah, it depends what you're doing, and if you decide to live on your boat, it can just be as cheap. I would say for the most part, base cars are usually better, especially if they come with the same engine. I never really understood that. I mean, if you want the extra luxury, there's a whole thought to be had there, but oftentimes the people that build race cars will buy the base versions of stuff anyway because they're generally lighter. I've always been like the race car kind of person, so having a free horse is a free boat. There you go, exactly. The Z06 does have a different one. There is that. I think if you're buying a car and you want it for like the power and stuff, you buy the highest trim level you can that has the best engine, but don't go any higher than that, in my personal opinion. I always like to modify stuff anyway, so every time I would buy something, most of the things that come with the higher trim levels, unless it's engine, I would be swapping out anyway, so there's that. And yes, Lafferty, get the jet engine. This is really nice. There's some younger people. I wonder what boat they're on. They waved and were really friendly. I need something to eat. What should I get to eat? Me too, but... One second, guys. I'm just going to go downstairs, get some food. Kitty cat's still outside? Where's she at? It's a tragedy. We're running low on chocolate bars. One second. I just got to see where Kitty's at. Oh, you're still chilling there, I see, Kitty. Running out of chocolate bars. My favorite car still, I love 911s. They're my favorite. Have a bite. Yes, the internet has. I'll go for some chocolate covered almonds. 100%. I mean, right now I'm eating Snickers, but I'd go for almost anything. I'd even go for the regular GT3. Again, I'm always into like the raciest of things. The GT3 RS is obviously an amazing car, but even a base GT3 would be really cool. This is a Snickers, yes. Yeah, Thacker's waiting to buy a Leopard. I mean, that's fair. Panamera. I like a little bit of everything, so old cars are cool too. I always liked JDM stuff when I was growing up, but I like kind of everything now. Not a lot of crocodiles around here. The leopard he's talking about is a boat. He's looking at buying a leopard sailboat. Some places they have dockside 7-Elevens. Not around here though, unfortunately. Holly's just up front right now. She was working hard making some art for our merch. But right now she's just taking a break and chilling in the sun. We can't catch and cook here. I'm pretty sure this area is restricted for fishing. We could, however, go over there. Not that far from here. So yes. Holly and I have caught some, like, we've crab trapped a little bit here. And we do have fishing rod stuff. Marathons, interesting. Oh, Buster Vans, hello. I have chronic pain, JD, so it depends on your chronic pain. If you guys are curious on my chronic pain issues, I was in a plane crash when I was 4, and I was in a farming accident when I was 18. I have only ever broken bones in my face. I don't have spine issues. I have like neck issues, but they're not that bad. Mainly, I have a really bad neck, and then I get migraines all the time. So, yeah, we crab trap around here. We can't get lobster because we're on the west coast of Canada. There's not a lot of lobster until you get further south. Unless you're on the east coast, then you have lots of lobster. I did not happen based. Wait, did you tell us what your condition was? I can't remember. I'm good right now, but yeah, you can totally do sailboat stuff with chronic pain. It depends on the type. Sailboats can be a little bit tricky for some stuff, like spinal issues. I'm not 100% sure. It depends how bad it is. Obviously, there's staircase right here that goes up and down, and you're going to be constantly running on the deck. So depending on how severe your spinal pains are, it might not be ideal. But it depends. You can always, there's lots of different types about it. If you got a catamaran, they're a little bit different too. Yeah, you can't really tell, but I have a huge scar right here. I have a scar under my eye here. I have a scar right here, and then a scar up in my head. You can't see up in my hair. And they wired my jaw shut. Holly and I have both gone through a lot in our lives, so the piece on the boat is kind of like the next step for us. You trying to get us to say something kind of off color there, my friend? Have you ever flown since? Yeah, I like flying actually. I'm actually a huge fan of airplanes and stuff. Emily, especially because you watch Songbird. Songbird is never really, he's always, I don't know if he's against catamarans, but he's not like he's not the biggest fan of catamarans. Thanks for taking the moment to answer. Of course, if I see your questions, I always try to get them. Did I miss you, JD, or what? Spine issues. Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. Depending on how bad, but there's always a boat for somebody, JD. I think you could definitely find something to work for you depending on your severity of your injuries and stuff. I knew you had a pacemaker when you were 17. Cardiovascular. I should look that up, honestly. If I can get this to stay. Yeah, some people really like they really enjoy their catamarans. There's a lot of people that sail catamarans, but there are some that have a lot of problems. I've heard recently too from some people They're not the best like blue water sailing boats, but people do take them blue water sailing. You can pretty much blue water sail anything, so there's that. But there are a lot of people that are not into them. But they are basically an apartment on the water, so they're probably the most comfortable for living on board. Thank you, Base Brian. You seem like a pretty cool guy yourself. Ian, hello. They do have so much room. If you ever like look at any cats, they just have, it's basically an apartment that you can sail around, which is really cool. There's that. Oh wow, that's scary kind of, Base Brian. I'm sorry about that. That sounds awful. Houseboats are cool too. I've only ever been on one, but we do have a bathroom. Yes, the bathroom is like right here. There's like a little hatch right here, so if we ever need to use the old number 2, open that up and you light some incense and you're good. I mean, Thacker, again, I don't think there's anything wrong with cats. Just some people are not into them. And, you know, everyone has their thing. And I've seen people take catamarans around the world too. So they're totally doable. It's just like certain types of sailors don't really seem to be into them, but other people love them. So there's that. I'm kind of like in the middle. I don't know what to think about them. I've never personally ever been on a catamaran, so I don't know if I can even have an opinion. When you get yours, it'll be the first catamaran that I hop on.
We're going straight to the Dragonfly Authority.
Yeah, Holly and I, we always say if we got something bigger or like something crazier, it'd be like a trimaran or something. Wait, Cap, what did you say? I missed it. Dude in the shade. Bone hides come out on the camera in your hair. Legit Thor. Cats are super nice, don't get me wrong. Yeah, no. I don't know. I'll see. Yeah. Well, when you get your leopard, Holly and I will pop on board and get a you can take us for a quick sail on that. We'll learn about that. Also, if you guys have ever watched The Good Pirate, he has a catamaran. He's actually had 2. He recently sold his old one and bought a new one. So some people love the catamaran. They have a ton of space. They're really good for certain things. Just, you know, every boat has its pros and cons and drawbacks. We're not too far from where we're oh, excuse me. If I could swallow the water. We are not currently too far from where our mooring was, but we are slowly heading south, Buster Vans. Tomorrow, hopefully we're going to be sailing again. We have very light winds right now, which is nice, very comfortable, but we also can't go very fast. So we might try tomorrow, but it'll be like a 10-hour trip to go 1 mile. But it'll be fun. We'll mess with it anyway. A container ship. You could always go that way. I don't know if I could afford the gas on a container ship. And space is definitely nice to have. Oh, the sun is beautiful today. It's very nice. Oh, Wendy's? I like Wendy's. I used to like Wendy's. I haven't had it in a long time. The Mama... Oh, wait. Wendy's. Hold on. I don't even know what I get at Wendy's anymore. What is on the menu? I can't remember what they have. I was going to say a Mama Burger, but that's definitely A&W. It would be way easier, Thacker, to have bikes on a catamaran, yes. The Baconator. Baconator was good. I used to eat that all the time. Five Guys is good, but very expensive. Dave's Single is always good. One of those tubs? You're talking about like one of those racing tubs? Greetings from the Netherlands. 1 a.m. at the moment. What are you doing awake at 1 a.m.? We are in Vancouver. We're just off the coast. You guys can see in the camera above. You're looking at the mainland of Vancouver Island in BC, Canada. The main island of Vancouver Island. We are currently on another island just off the main. So if you want to know kind of the region we're at. What's the island called? We're very, very close to Ruxton Island. Just off Vancouver Island. And we'll be probably leaving there tomorrow to head south, and we'll probably head towards Thetis, I think. Sorry? Thetis Island. You saw a free sailboat in Maine. Remember, free sailboats are never free. What is the cheapest, sturdiest, nicest sailboat? That's a very good question. Depends what you mean by all of that. Also, why is that not working on everything? Why is your chat not coming through? Oh, it is. Okay. Depends what you mean by nicest. Like, are you talking about like more modern? Do you want like large interior? Nice hair? Thank you. Because there's... Have a good one. Have a good one yourself. It really depends on so many different things when it comes to like boats. If you want like a really sturdy boat, if you guys know Sailing Songbird, he has a Vancouver 27. Those are known to be a very sturdy, stout boat. It's kind of small. It's a little bit old, so if you're looking for like super luxury, it's not probably the boat for you. If you want something that's really strong and can sail through like pretty much anything, that would be a great boat. But if you want like the best of everything, there's so many things that go on. I don't know. It depends. Because the higher, the more luxury usually has more weak points because it has more windows and other things that feel not as good. I feel left out. I'm back again. Welcome back, Big Bucks. Why are you left out, Lafferty? I'm back again. Why is Cazordorius leaving? Oh wow, we've been live for a long time. Almost 2.5 hours. If we get to the super chat goal of 5 more or 4 more of those, I'll do a headstand and then maybe after that, because Holly's laughing. She's just mostly laughing at me, I think. Ericssons are really nice. For free. That might not be a good idea. What is your best accent you can do that's not offensive? Canadian? I mean, Canadian accents are always fun to do because that's not offensive at all because I guess I am Canadian. I just gotta think about it for a second. Hold on. I can do some kind of American accent sometimes, but that's probably offensive to like Southern Americans. I was trying to think of how that goes with like I did a really good one about moose and stuff yesterday, but now I can't even remember how it goes. I can't do it on the spot. It's really bad. Sometimes, please do American. I'm trying to think how to do American. I can't do it on the spot. You'll have to like wait. I'll bust out the accents one day here. I can't do it on the spot. I can't even think how it works in my head. Thank you, Tina. Thank you so much for the 2. How long do you normally stream? It's kind of been all over the place. We have streamed, have a good one, Lafferty. We have streamed anywhere from usually 2 hours all the way up to 5, but generally it's around 2. So we've gone a little bit over today, but that's fine. We didn't stream yesterday, so I wanted to do a decent one today. Also, if we're like tomorrow, we are going to be sailing, so it'll probably be a longer one as long as we have enough power. That's very American. I mean, as Canadians, we have free healthcare, but we complain about ours all the time too. Because free healthcare is not free, we pay taxes, and then also half the time it's not as good as you want it to be. But it is still nice when you can go to the doctor after breaking your face and it doesn't cost you a thing. The only thing I had to pay for, and I think my work paid for it, was the ambulance ride. There's a moose on the loose around the hoose. There you go, that's super weirdly Canadian. Get my Timmies, eh? And then we'll go down and see the moose. How much do you need to make to sustain your lifestyle, and how often do you sail around? User, we want to sail around like all the time. We also like exploring land. So Holly and I like to go like sail places. And again, we're very new at this, so we haven't gone very far. But we like to go places and then chill in the anchorage for a while and just enjoy ourselves. And then we'll sail and then chill. But we have done it very minimal. I love Brian. Moose is on the loose. And the goose, yeah. The Canadian goose, eh? I was trying to think of America, but I can't do it right now. Or you can talk about milk, eh? Holly would love to have some milk. Yeah. Good morning, all things. What's going on? American is country, I guess. American, I always think of, if you want to think of like the most American accent, I think as like somebody who's not American, I always think of like super Southern for whatever reason. It's just like the most distinct. Because Canadians and Americans sound a lot the same, at least close to the border. The really Southern Americans sound quite a bit different than most Canadians would. Unless you're, I guess like Florida is, it depends what part of Florida you're in though. My friend says milk. You say milk too? I always say milk, but Holly says, oh, milk. Maybe it's milk. I don't know. I'll have to hear Holly say it again. That's an Ontario thing. Canadians generally over here don't say milk. I say milk. Sorry? And apparently it's Dutch. Apparently it's a very Dutch thing. I'm northern mixed with southern. There we go. That's the perfect accent. I love that. I have a big of a country accent. I love accents. Accents are fun. Even if you're making fun of them a little bit, I don't mind making fun of like Canadian accents just because it's, you know, why not, right? If you can't make fun of yourself, you can't laugh at other people or something. Speaking Sie Deutsch? We actually have Dutch friends. We have a few Dutch friends. It's into screen recording. I'll have to check it out in a bit after the live. The plastic bag of milk, yeah. We never really got those much in Saskatchewan. Although we had friends that came from Ontario and they always had the plastic bags of milk. And then they found them somehow in Saskatchewan when I lived there. Yeah, you gotta be able to laugh at your own accent. Everyone's got one, and sometimes it's just funny. I don't know. And it's always like it's always the extreme version. So like American accents are fairly normal to most Americans, but then there's always like the offshoot. So in Canada, the craziest one is probably the Newfie accent. That one's like a really exaggerated sounding accent. It's fun. Really good people though, extremely friendly. But their accent is like hard to understand as Canadians, and it's English. I make fun of myself all the time. Perfect. If you can make fun of yourself, I think you'll like get by in life a lot better than somebody that takes himself too seriously. Newfie, is it French? No, Newfies, they speak English, but it just sounds wild. Look up go look up on the internet. Just look up like a Newfie accent. They're from Newfoundland. It's just like I don't know. It's like, you know, in the UK they have certain like really proper sounding English accents, and then they have like the hardcore slang, and it's just like completely different. Newfie is like very hard to understand. Very hard to understand. I say y'all a lot. That's fine. I mean, I sometimes say y'all now, but yeah, it's not something a lot of Canadians say. Main issue is motor, I believe. Have you heard Welsh? Yeah, so like Welsh and stuff like that. I feel like Newfie, I'm not even sure where it comes from originally, but it's like become its own thing, so there's that. Flemish is their official language. There we go. What if you get seasick? We have not gotten seasick yet. Our cat has, and that was a bit sad. We may have to get some cat gravel for her so she doesn't. That was a really weird day though. We were riding waves. It was the windiest day we've been on. It was only like 17 knots, but that's high for us. And we had like wind coming off the land, so it was on the beam, but it was also coming from the back. It would switch between like right behind us and like coming off the side. And we had waves kind of hitting us from multiple directions. We had like a ferry come past, we had a tugboat come past, all pushing waves at different angles, and then we also had the wind waves coming from behind us. And so the boat was like moving really weird, and I think it caused the cat to get seasick. Texas, yeah. I feel like lots of people find other accents like sexy, or whatever you want to call that. A lot of people enjoy other people's accents. They find them beautiful, and I think that's cool too. Scott Irish bro, that's my family name. They speak, yeah. It kind of is, I guess. Scariest thing you've been through on your boat is probably dragging anchor. So Holly and I dealt with that the first time. We went through some like fairly big waves and fairly high winds. For us personally, it was not that crazy for a lot of people that have done a lot of sailing. For us, it was a lot. That was a bit wild. I was like avoiding a ferry, so a catamaran came across in front of us, and then cut across a ferry. The ferry had to like kind of dodge out of the way, and it dodged out of his way in right behind us, and it was coming at us. So I was like, pay attention to him. We had to like turn around a corner of an island, and on the right was a ton of rocks. So we had to like go around there with the wind blowing us towards the rocks, while also trying not to get too far out so the ferry could get around us. That was scary. And then the other biggest thing is waking up at 3 a.m, dragging anchor into a whole bunch of other boats. That's a whole nother thing. So that's probably the scariest thing we've been on the water. Where are you guys heading tomorrow? South. I'm not sure exactly. Do you know? If you know, look up Thetis. So we're a little bit north of Thetis Island. We're going to be heading south to Thetis Island on Vancouver Island. Sorry? A tugboat? Oh yeah, tugboat coming through. Also a really nice. I don't know what that is. A Beneteau maybe. What if we run out of gas? We have a sailboat. If we run out of gas, it's like an inconvenience, but we can still sail as long as we got wind. Accents are awesome. More fun going in. Yeah, exactly. Accents are amazing. If you go to another country and you have an accent, it's kind of fun. Dennis, thank you for the Go Pop. Prairie View, thank you for the Heart Me. And Dennis, thank you for the Captain CC's and the Heart Me as well. Buster Vance, thank you for the Heart Me. And Poor, thank you very much for the Heart Me. Thank you guys so much for all the gifts today. I think it's spelled different. I think Thetis is like, let me look it up. It's the Tis, Thetis, Thetis Island, or the Tis Island, Thetis Island.
Kitty. Ryan, can you come, Kitty?
Where's she at?
She's right here on the solar.
Oh, above my head?
Right here.
Hi, kitty. Oh, you little, she just ran away. Where are you going? She's hiding between the motorcycles. Do you want me to get her, Holly? Oh, about the waves coming. Yeah, there's some pretty big waves coming from the tugboats. We'll see. I have a sailboat. That's cool. What kind of sailboat do you got? Oh, and hello, Chris. Welcome. I'm probably gonna be grabbing the kitty right now. Bruce, thank you very much for the heart me as well. Cece, come on. There's a big wave coming. We don't want to get hurt.
Good girl.
Alright, you can just pass her to me if you want. No Velcro, she said. We got to put Kitty inside because there's a tugboat just went by and it's creating some big waves. We don't want Kitty to get launched.
I'm just worried. It seems to be a big one.
I can move the camera if you want.
I need to grab my phone and video record. If it hits us on the side, we're sinking.
Well, probably not. I don't think it'll be that bad. It's not like the military. I don't think it's quite that big. Okay.
I'm gonna panic every time because that was big.
Yeah, Holly's enjoying the sun for a bit. She was working hard making some new merch designs for us. And Bruce, thank you for the hand heart. Thank you so much for all the gifts, guys. Appreciate you all. Or y'all, I could say that.
Oh wow.
I'm excited. Can you guys see the waves? They're actually pretty big looking.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't really see much, but you can kind of see like the ripples of like the larger wave. So it's gonna hit us and it's gonna move us around a lot. I'm gonna probably have to make sure stuff is in a location that's not gonna roll, because it's gonna hit us directly on the side, which is always the greatest. It shouldn't be that bad, but they do look fairly large. Tugboats and the military boats always seem to make fairly large waves. And right now it's like close to high tide, so there is no island here kind of protecting us. And now the tugboat is actually going by on this side too. But we'll see. How are you doing, Chris, by the way? Does water come inside? Not usually, no. These waves don't be that big. We do, like, boats kind of do leak a little bit, but on purpose. They're designed to do that. But there's no water. These waves aren't big enough that it'll cause any water to come inside. Our boat has, like, you guys can kind of see, like, right here. We have these doors that protect the boat interior from big waves crashing over the back of the boat. We do not currently have AIS on this boat. I was looking last night. It would be very nice to get a new, There's a new VHF radio. It's very, very expensive. So this is probably way out of our budget and we'll never be able to afford it. But it has receiving and transmitting AIS, as well as the VHF radio, and it can send that all to our phone app. So on our Garmin app, we'll be able to see all of the extra boats, which would be really cool. But it costs 2,000 Canadian dollars. So I'm not sure we'll ever get that unless we get like some random sponsorship deal or something like that, but I doubt it. Is that what you have, Dylan? Have you used that one before? That's a lot cheaper than 2,000, so I think I'm all about it. Does it do both? Does it receive and transmit, or only one? Most things only ever do one. Hopefully by the time the waves get here, they're not super big. There is a poor little, I was going to call him a walrus. There's a seal on the island. You guys can probably see him in the above camera. He's probably super small though. But you might make out the little specks of little tiny islands out on the camera there. There's a seal on top of one. He's probably going to get knocked off. The new anchor is in the water right now, Chris, if that's what you're asking. So it's currently holding us down. So let me find out what's it called. It's a Garmin VHF radio. I think I have it on my phone still because I was looking at it. The Garmin Signal VHF 400 is called. It looks super high tech, but it's way too expensive. It's like 2,100 Canadian dollars. I don't know what that would be in American, probably like 1,800 or maybe a little bit less, maybe 1,500. But it can send to the Garmin app on our phone. So what we use for Navionics and stuff is just a phone app that we pay for. Looks like you guys probably can't see anything but the reflection. But anyway, it can send all the boating information from the AAS to the phone app, which would be really cool. It just cost us a small fortune. Okay, that's cool. So it does both, Dylan. That's nice. Wait, which one was that again? Let me look that up. The ones that transmit both are becoming more common now, but for a long time, most of them only sent or received. They didn't do both, but I'm going to look that one up. $740 is a lot more affordable. The only cool thing extra about the Garmin is that it sends it to the app that we already use. But if we ever switched apps to another app, we would have to figure that out too, so. Waves are still coming. Probably got another 5 minutes before they hit us, though. And they probably won't be that big when they hit us. You think they'll be big? They'll move us around, but I don't think it'll really show too much on the cameras. They were talking about I just screenshot it. 1 second, I'll pull it up. The Quark Elec A052T. So QUARK-ELEC space A052T. About that. Which one's 400 US? The one that we just talked about? Are you saying I have better hair? I mean, it's okay. I got decent hair. I just washed it yesterday. Probably looks extra good right now. I also don't have all of it because I shaved half of it, but that's okay. I got my mom's hair genes. What can I say? She has really nice hair. The Garmin. Oh, what? The Garmin's only 400? Is it the right Garmin? The Garmin Signal VHF 400 Marine with built-in AIS, I guess you could call it. It looks like this one. Oh, you guys aren't gonna be able to see. I'm sorry. It's like a touchscreen one. Huh? Weird. I wonder if they have different versions, because I'm pretty sure it's more than 400 US with the built-in AIS stuff, but I could be wrong. Off Amazon, yes. Interesting. I can't even check the US Amazon because it won't let me without switching countries, which is super pain. VHF 400. Wait, Signal. Garmin, Signal. Yeah, here comes the waves. It's nothing. We're fine. Just a little bit of rocking. The boat was too far out. Thacker, I mean, honestly, not a bad idea. As long as it's not too bad. Do like a, you know, just a couple minor mods to it, make sure it runs and stuff, and then call it good. Huh. Interesting. I do see... Oh, that's a different one. I can't even find it on Canadian Amazon. Interesting. I'm willing to do all the work myself. If you can do all the work, as long as it's not something that's like catastrophically done to it, like something destroyed on the bottom, it's probably worth trying. And if you have a spot to keep it. That's the other downside, is with boats you have to like keep it somewhere on shore while you're doing the work, which costs money, and then you have to like have a spot to store it while you're selling it. And yeah, Stacker, that's the best way to do anything. Puny waves. Can't believe you were worried about those. A mooring ball. I mean, if you could keep it on the mooring ball, that'd be cool too. Hello, Holland. Welcome in. This is Canada. We're on Vancouver Island right now. Well, actually, we're not. We're on a small island near Vancouver Island. It has a mic attached to it too. Yeah. I would try to show you what the one I'm looking at looks like, but you gotta be. Everyone's got to be a certified YT mechanic. Is the deck bad too? I saw you guys talking about something Thacker in the chat, but I missed half of it. This one has like a color screen. Always the YT. Mid-workout, by the way. Holland near Norway. I'm assuming Holland near Norway. Can you guys see this at all? I don't know how clear it is on the screen, but that's the Garmin I'm talking about. Sometimes people get rid of boats just because they can't deal with them. Because I said, you know, you have to find a spot to store them. So often people let boats go for really cheap because they just don't want to deal with the sale and paying the moorage. They just don't have the money to pay the moorage that their family, like, you know, somebody passes away and just leaves the boat. Not everyone can afford to like pay that. So let us get rid of them for super cheap. The new anchor is awesome. It has been holding us for quite a few days here, and we had it in fairly decent winds at the previous spot we were just in, and it was working really good. So the new anchor is amazing. And hello, Ireland. Welcome in. I'm going to look that up too. Kildare, Ireland. What time is it in Ireland right now? It is currently 16:21 here, or 4:21 if you're on the regular. Oh wow, that's cool. Kind of near Dublin then, right? A little bit. We're on Vancouver Island. We're on the west coast of Canada. Vancouver Island is behind you. In the image above, you can see main Vancouver Island, and we're on a small island nearby, which probably has. I wonder. There's so many weird things that could cause. Maybe you just like flooded it or something, or it could be a gasket. Who knows? Could be so many different little things. It's all good, Tina. We can't really get that one right now anyway, so it's one of those things for future. But we would like to get AIS. Obviously, it's a fairly good safety thing to have on board. I mean, rebuilding engines not even that expensive usually. A lot of boat rebuild kits don't cost too much, so catch a fish, send some bait. We actually can't legally fish in this exact spot. I think fishing in this right now area that we're anchored in is restricted. I think you can catch some, but I don't know what the limits are on what you're allowed to catch and what you aren't. So I'd have to look that up. And the best part about old boat engines is they're fairly simple. The downside, of course, is if you're living on your boat already. For you, it wouldn't be a problem. For us, we'd have to like tear apart our kitchen to work on it, but we'd still do it. Do it fast, catch and cook. I mean, I don't think we'd do it that fast here. I just don't think we could. I'm in Suncroft Village in Killender. How far away from you am I? Long way. We are all the way on the west coast of Canada, so we are thousands of miles. We are almost probably the exact opposite side of the planet from each other. Maybe not quite. Let me do a quick boating app. I'll tell you how long it would take us to boat to you. If it was like straight across the land, it would be, you know, if we took a plane, it wouldn't be too bad. But if we had to boat to you, I'm going to do a very rough sail plan. We'll just pretend we're going this way. We'll go through the Arctic to make it easy, but we wouldn't be able to do that because our boat couldn't do that. But we're going to go through the Arctic. We're going to go around Alaska, which would be super rough and uncomfortable. We have to go out here. We would most likely have to go down through the Panama Canal and then back north on the other side of North America. But I'm going to attempt to see how close we could get to you by going through the Arctic if we somehow could make that happen. There's Iceland, there is Ireland, and you're on like the east coast of Ireland. So, if we want to look it up, it would be about 7,508 nautical miles. I don't even know what that is in kilometers. I'd have to switch it up. Can I switch it? I don't think I can on this app. Or 78 days. So, what is that, like 3 months? It would cost us, if we just sailed, or just motored, I mean, with just using fuel, it cost us roughly 1,877 liters of fuel. But we would be sailing for a lot of that, so it means we'd probably go slower, so it would at least take us 3 months to get there, and we'd probably want to stop, so it would be a big trip. It'd be cool. That'd be a really cool trip. Double down. Thank you very much for the heart me and the love you so much. Appreciate you. Hello, Eddie. Orlando. That's cool. Could sail it from Maine to that'd be a cool trip. Good way to learn how to sail and stuff too. Engine rebuild is always work, always precise work, unless you just remove bearings. Yeah, I mean, a lot of engine work can be pretty basic stuff. You don't have to do a lot of precise stuff, especially nowadays. If you buy, it depends what's wrong with the engine. If you're just like replacing things like gaskets and stuff, it's really easy stuff. Timing belts, timing chains, as long as you're not doing like machine work on stuff, then it's a lot more. So worth it, Ireland. I mean, I'd love to visit Ireland. I think Holly and I, if we were actually going to head to Ireland, because again, our boat can't really go through the Arctic, we would have to go all the way to Mexico, which is like 1 month. We'd have to go through the Panama Canal, which cost us like $4,000, $5,000, maybe closer to 6,000 Canadian just to go through the canal. We'd have to go through the Gulf of Mexico, up the east coast of the U.S., and then probably either cross there or go further north into Canada, and then back across the ocean. It would probably take like 3 to 4 months for us to get there. And one day we will 100% head up to Ireland. Better get all the stuff done on that side. Oh, don't worry. We're getting stuff done. We're getting stuff done. We'll see where we're at, though, at that point. What's your current timeline, Thacker? I always forget. You said like 2 years, I think was your most recent one, or 1.5, 2 years? Cape Canaveral to British Columbia is a 50-day sail. Yeah. And I'm talking. This is like through the night, non-stop sailing, never stopping for food, water, fuel, or anything. This is like somehow you have 4 knots of wind all the time, or you can somehow motor. That's how many days it would take, which is unrealistic. But that's like the really basic timeline of a very. And that was like the most simple sail plan either. I was like cutting through a couple islands and stuff like that. It would definitely take longer than that. Also, wind isn't always with you, so. Ishmael, I don't even know who that is. Oh, Godis. I do know about Godis, and no, he is not my cousin. I don't know him very well, though. I know he's a person that does live streaming. I'm thinking about you have to visit all the places on that. Oh, I see what you're saying. We better get through all the things. So we're going to have to be sailing our balls off. But hey, the Caribbean is like dream destination too, so there's that. We could always go back. Yeah, the canal is very, very, very expensive. I think it's gone up recently because it costs a lot for them to maintain it and like keep things going good there. It is like $4,000 US, 3,500 or $4,000 US to go through the canal. We're Canadian, so that obviously makes it go closer to like the 6,000 right there. Our boat, if your boat doesn't go faster than 5.5 knots, you have to get it towed through. So you have to pay someone to tow your boat through with another boat, which I don't even know how much more that would cost. And you would have to, I think our boat might barely make that cutoff, so we might not have to get it towed. Because I think we can go 5.5 knots. And then the other thing is you have to pay for the crew that helps you go through. So you have to pretty much go with a crew to help you tie off on the sides and do different things like that. And that you have to pay for their food. So whatever their food costs, which isn't like a huge number, but it's probably a couple, like $1,000 maybe. And if you're late, so you like set a date, you show up, and if you're late to go through, you miss it and you're out your money. You don't get like a refund or anything. So you better not be late. So you basically make sure you're there, you pay for everything, and you go through and you're good to go. But it's one of those things. The canal is very, very expensive, but it saves a lot of time, which is why and that's anything under 60 feet. If you're over 60 feet, so any kind of like larger boat costs so much more money to go through the canal. But for anything under 60, it's not too bad. I mean, relatively speaking. I mean, once we go through the canal, after that, we can cruise around the Caribbean for a while, and then, you know, we'll head up to the Mediterranean or something, do some stuff over there, and then we could travel the world that way or something. So, you know, the world is huge. There's so many places to visit. It's not like a complaint to go through the canal. It just costs a lot. So once we go through there, it'd be like, you know, chilling on that side for a while. Maybe we'll go around the world on the lower half. It is quite wet. Yes, the world is wet. There's a lot of water out there. Guys, I think I'm gonna wind down the live stream here. Oh, I'm in pain. I was doing some squats just the other day. I should actually do some. Maybe I'll do that right now after I end the live stream. I'll pay when you come through. I mean, hey, we're not above that. That'd be sick. If you were able to do that for us, Thacker, one day, that'd be sick. But yeah, I think we're gonna wind down the stream. What was I saying? I don't even remember. Later, sailors. Thank you, Oz. We are going to end it, and I don't even know what the English I was thinking of. I'm gonna make some cookies. Maybe do some workout. Yeah, squats are amazing. I always do shoulder rolls. My neck and shoulders are always sore. There was something else I was gonna say. Oh, we didn't make our goal today. I'm not gonna do a handstand or a headstand in the tender, but maybe next time. Don't forget, guys. Oh yeah, Thacker long form video is out. It's about 28 minutes long, just so you're aware. And have a good day for you guys as well. Maybe we'll be back live tonight. I'm not sure. We haven't done a lot of the late night streams. We're usually super tired by then and just like go to bed. So probably not, but there might be one popping up. We'll be probably on tomorrow though. We're gonna attempt to sail if we can. I laugh when people think we're live on a spinning ball flying through space. We are. So laugh. Go ahead and laugh. That's okay. We laugh too. Gonna watch it now. Better post another one soon. We'll work on it. I already started the next one, by the way, Thacker. The next one is already on the go. How many cannons does your boat have? More than we know of. 2? Where's the captain? She's down below somewhere. She's on the counter right now. All sailors, no, we don't. Wait, we're all laughing at you. All sailors, no, we don't. As a sailor, on a boat, not many sailors do think that. Have you ever sailed by navigating with the stars or any other celestial body? Because that math, that equation you're using, is based on a spherical globe. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for being here. We appreciate you. We will talk to you guys next time. Tomorrow morning we'll do the live sail. If we sail. If not, we'll just do the same time as we are now. But I think we're going to try to sail, so we'll probably start up the live pretty early. And thank you guys so much. Go watch that video. Yeah, but we could always leave early and just like sit out there and just enjoy the sun. We could just float out there, and if there's no wind, we just like float. I think we could try that anyway. Anyway, guys, username, I don't believe you have yourself. With a name like username and 0 followers and no pictures, I'm going to believe that you're living in the middle of Saskatchewan, Canada here, with no map, no compass, and no boat. Hello from Denmark. How far have you gone now? Not too far. We're about to wind down the stream. We're in Canada still. We're on Vancouver Island, but we are heading south. By the way, I'm from Saskatchewan, so I'm allowed to say that. Anyway, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Have a good rest of your day. The Earth is a sphere. If you believe otherwise, I mean, that's on you. You can believe whatever you want. Hello, Oklahoma. Welcome in. You can believe whatever you want. It doesn't really bother me or affect me in any kind of way. I just kind of find it funny. But also, I'm not going to like judge you too much. Lots of people believe all kinds of stuff, so do whatever you want. Have a good one, everybody. We will see you